think he was in an anime. Do you consent to being... He does. Do you consent to being audible during the starting screen? Please repeat what you just said.
I do.
No, before that.
What? Oh, why does he? I forgot Jason Griffin was like the Giga Chad meme.
He is the Giga Chad meme.
Okay. The last thing he did was Yan Shao from Go Long Fallen Dynasty. He also voiced a character in the last Pokemon anime series, Journeys.
He was Scraggy, I think.
And also a wolf named Skinny.
So what was the first video game you said?
Well, the most recent was Yuan Shao in Go Long Fallen Dynasty.
No idea. The conversation was so funny. I made a somber tweet and I forgot that not everybody knows the term flesh tuber.
Oh.
Now there's a very funny, very inappropriate long thread below my sad tweet. Where you said you could have just said YouTubers. Flesh tubers sounds like a bad analog horror series. If you're mean online, you get sent to the flesh tube. It gave me the ick. I didn't like typing it.
It's true, I didn't.
The flesh tube.
Yeah, sometimes my bits. Sometimes I'll say things. Doesn't mean I like saying it.
How's your day going? Very busy. Wait, not at the beginning of the stream yet. Don't say anything. Stop.
We're not here. You can't prove anything.
Sonic Man won.
Hell. As you should have. I still don't understand where all the Bethos came from.
I don't know, man.
Some people hated that guy.
Pomo does sound like Mickey Mouse in the dub.
It's so funny.
Hi! Hey kids! Did someone say the door to darkness? Huh?
It's not Pikachu.
No, that was just a direct Kingdom Hearts quote.
When's the mod for Kingdom Hearts to replace Mickey Mouse with Pokémon in the same outfit?
Good question. In the Organization 13 hood?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Ansem the Wise. That guy's racist.
Like Ansem himself, or
the guy in Kingdom Hearts, the Ansem who's the guy in like the red coat who blows up Kingdom Hearts.
Right.
He's racist.
Like him himself or his voice actor?
Him himself. He thinks nobody shouldn't exist.
Oh yeah, that guy sucks. I don't know. It's kind of crazy these days. I'm trying to be sure.
I should have said both.
I hope not both.
I know the voice actor for Xemnas is cool. The guy who's like, we must create Kingdom Hearts, enter the darkness. If you see him talking, he's like actually chill, and he just morphs into that very deep evil voice. See, we're talking about voice acting and the preamble to a Pokemon anime discussion. It's on topic. If it wasn't for the repetitive intro music, I would make a compilation of just in the intro bit.
Yep.
Sonic Twitter is saying something.
That's
Welcome to his world, introducing the world where Sonic and his friends travel to Coronos Island. That's not his world. That's specifically not his world.
It's true.
In his world, compromise does not exist. Oh look, I keep telling the picture. Sorry, I'll like it so people can see it on Twitter. As a reminder, your likes are public.
Not with my Twitter.
So see what Dom's been liking.
No, I mean like other people's likes do not show up on my feed.
Oh yeah, see.
Yeah.
Sepia uses the Weezer gun in Persona 5.
Yeah, I just saw that one too. I just forgot about that. It's so funny.
What the fuck is the
Also-
Weezer gun?
It's a gun with 4 barrels, and they're equally distant, so they can kill Weezer in one shot. The entirety of Weezer.
Who's Weezer?
The band.
Oh.
You ever seen that image of the 4 dudes standing behind a blue background?
No.
Okay. I forgot. American media isn't real to you. They're a band that people either really like or despise for not much reason. I think they're fine.
Does it have anime titty in it?
No.
Then I
Last
don't
I
care. Does it have to do with the Brothers Jonas?
No. Weezer is well before Jonas Brothers. I can assure you that.
I need to take off my socks.
Also, the Brothers of Jonas sound like a Dark Souls boss.
I said the Brothers Jonas, but yes, the Brothers of Jonas does sound like a video game boss. I was saying the Brothers Jonas as a reference to that one Tumblr post where it's like my sister refers to them as the Brothers Jonas, like she's some medieval. And then someone's like, I misread this as the bonus Juthers. the bonus Juthers.
That's very good.
Hold on.
Hold on, this is part of
Oh my god, I'm just getting Tumblr posts of pictures of the Jonas Brothers.
bonus. Juthers. What if I type that? I'm very well aware of what I typed, Hugo. Oh, I don't like that image. That's weird. I'm getting hats. I'm getting hats, construction, and alcoholic beverages.
These even spelled Juthers.
That's what I'm wondering. I don't know. Yeah, I also typed the Brothers Jonas, and I just get a bunch of images. What happens if I type? It did absolutely nothing. It just gave me different images of the Jonas Brothers. It's fine.
First date. What do you think about JB? Justin Bieber? Me signaling to the waiter. Jonas Brothers. Lose my number. That was funny, but not what we were looking for. The Jonas Sisters on Tumblr. I think I found it.
Careful. You seem close to the gender bend.
You think that's not what I'm specifically looking for?
I thought you were looking for that.
My sisters will not stop referring to them as the Brothers Jonas, as though it's 1705 or some crap. How do I see the notes? Or how do I see like the replies on Tumblr?
You're asking the wrong guy about Tumblr. I've never made a Tumblr account before.
Poke.
I was about to say, where are they?
Because I found the first part, I just can't find the second part. Oh my god, I found okay, good. I have good news and bad news.
You did not find the image, however.
I did find the image, but it is in the form of a Phoenix Wright meme. People are like, hey, why did you? People in the comments are gonna be like, hey, why was there like 20 minutes of intro screen this one stream? And they'll be like, you don't want to know.
I see now why you put a 4-hour gap in between. This is an accurate post.
Every time I read this post, my brain reads it as the Bronus Juthers.
This is the way this Phoenix would say that. I'm posting this through Discord. Discord's now people that like our fans of the Phoenix Wright franchise.
still not ready for the stream. I need to find a song. Brothers Jonas. This is officially the longest start screen in my entire career.
It's only been 10 minutes.
I think the longest it's been before was like 5 or 6 minutes. Are you ready to start the stream? Was that a yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Hello? Okay. Good
Hello?
sunny day, everybody. It's your friendly intergalactic sun prince of the sun, Enyo Bolaris. Solaris Pokeball representative here. To Moshimas. I'm a Pokeball, and Dom's holding me because I'm a Pokeball.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw him at the next shiny Duraludon I see.
Hey Dom, real fast. Can you scream go Solaris real fast? Or no, wait, I choose you Solaris. Say that real fast for me.
Scream it, but I do choose you, Solaris. Please get out of there.
Shoo! Wait. Shoo!
Yeah, we didn't prep the sound.
Hi! I'm back. Got out of the way, Dom.
Oh, okay. Scoot over.
Scoot over. Don't ask me how Dom threw me out of the left side of the screen and then I came to the right, around to the right side of the screen.
He Pac-Man screen wrapped.
Yeah, obviously. Birds don't have teeth, anime.
Some do.
We're gonna get it right into it. Episode 17. Birds don't have teeth, Pokemon. What is that?
Some do. Have you ever seen a goose? Those have teeth.
Oh, they don't have teeth like this, though.
No. But, who cares? Listen, this bird can fly and produce electricity from its wings. I think teeth are the least of its worries.
He usually doesn't have teeth is the issue about
They're
that one, though.
Like Donkey Kong.
Never thought about Donkey Kong's retractable teeth.
Diddy Kong also has retractable teeth.
This is what we spent the first 10 minutes of the stream laughing about. My sisters will not stop referring to them as the Brothers Jonas, as though it's 1705 or some crap. And then somebody replied, every time I read this post, my brain reads it as the Bronis Brothers.
We can only find it as a Phoenix Wright meme.
Yeah, that's why we spent 10 minutes of the intro screen. Hi, Sundry. What's up? How's your day going?
Hello.
My day has been very hectic trying to finish up and get these 2 streams ready. But it's good, because I have a lot to say about Pokemon, and my fan fiction's really good, and anime titty.
Huh.
Huh. Well, you learn something new every day.
It was alright. I actually had energy for once.
I don't believe you.
No. You're right. It's just more than lately. Which is still kind of low, but... Anyway, birds arguably can or cannot have teeth.
Okay, so I was gonna show a HoloLive meme. Actually, no, wait. I will show a HoloLive meme because this is relevant, I promise. I don't know why I came across this image again, but it was a tweet from like 2021, which was like 10 years ago. Oh my gosh. And it's now encompassing the entire stream. Okay, someone made an Aqua Wooper. See, I told you it was related.
Oh, that's fun.
I don't know again, I don't know how I found this image. It's a tweet from, I don't know how I found that tweet again. It was from 2021. And I don't know why they decided to make an Aqua Wooper. But I love it.
You know.
Maybe she played Pokemon and had to use the Wooper. That's my only.
Maybe.
That or they're just like, you know what? Aqua reminds me a Wooper. Let's do that.
It also is the shiny coloring. So
it is the shiny coloring. See, I know how to keep things on topic. So yeah, we're just gonna get straight into it. If you haven't seen the previous discussion, it sucks to be you.
Do that.
But
Do
if
that
you
for
have
us. Why are you
seen,
here?
and also the dub is coming out, so you could watch the dub and then go watch the VOD of the previous anime discussion.
You can hear 2B's voice actress be the voice of a grass cat.
2B.
2B.
Okay, I thought you said 2V.
Character from Nier. No.
Anyway,
I don't know what that is.
okay, so if you did watch the previous parts and you just don't remember because it's been like 3 months, 16,000 months. Here's the rundown. I don't remember what happened. Okay, so we have this. Okay, here, let me have the relevant screenshot on screen.
Yeah, please do. I'm probably gonna
all the
forget some of this
characters.
stuff, because it has been a minute since I've seen some of these.
So we started with the beginning of the series. Started Liko. She's super shy, and she went to a Pokemon school, and she met the grass cat. By the way, I don't know any of the names of any of the new Pokemon because
Sprigatito in English, and in Japanese it's Nyaha.
Fuecoco is the only one I remember, and Quaxley.
Quaxley.
But anyway, so I will just refer to the two of them as adjective and what animal they are. So, Liko met Grass Cat, and she started to open up, and then, like, some bad guys were after her pendant, and, this group of suspicious adults that fly a giant airship called they're not are they the adventurers? No, they're the Rising Volt Tacklers. Rising Volt Techers. But I'm pretty sure it is supposed to be Rising. During a specific episode in this batch, I realized, oh, it's Volt Tacklers. I thought you were just.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I thought I don't know what I thought Techer meant. like you could have teched that, Techer.
No.
But no, the Rising Volt Tacklers, and they're basically the band of good guys who go around exploring the world and saving little girls from having their pendant stolen by the bad group is called the Explorers.
Yes.
That's a very weird name for a bad group, but we'll talk about that.
Also, I'm now thinking about the image in my head of Freed saying, "Yo, tech this throw, idiot," throws out his Charizard.
Yo, tech this, and then Charizard runs off stage with a back air.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, they're good. They're a good guy. They're a bunch. And they fought off and protected Liko's pendant. And along the way, they've met this kid named Roy, and he met the Fuecoco, and he's a good guy. And also, Roy had this Pokeball, and a shiny Rayquaza came out, almost killed them, and then effed off. So they're like, well, we gotta go investigate. And who's messaging me on Discord?
I don't know.
Oh, it's the Kid Icarus Uprising Discord wanting me to fill out a survey. I will do that later. If I didn't already. I don't remember if I did.
Yeah, the show has had more shiny legendaries than we've been able to have lately due to shiny locking.
But I don't remember. So then, basically, they figured out that they started collecting Lucius's, which is an old adventurer who is tied to the pendant and the Pokeball. They started collecting Lucius's Pokemon, which I think... Let me go look for my previous screenshots. I think they know about the shiny Rayquaza. At this point in episode 16, they know about the shiny Rayquaza.
Yes. Also the Arboliva.
Yeah, and the Olive Branch Pokemon. Just looking for my old screenshots to catch up. Meow, 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 meow. Yeah, they only got the Olive Tree Pokemon.
I think it's just Oliva in GP.
And also
Arboliva.
And also Dot, the purple hair girl, is also a character. She's part of the Rising Volt Ticklers. Tacklers.
Volt ticklers.
Volt Ticklers!
That's what it sounded like you said.
Petition to change their name.
That's just Nuzzle. That's just what Nuzzle is, actually.
The Volt Tickle?
Yeah.
Can't get this hat perfectly on my head. You don't have your hat perfectly on your head either.
How do you figure?
I don't know, it looks a little high up. It's also on a plane of existence that's on top of your head, but in front of your ears.
I cut holes in it. It's fine.
That hurts my head. So yeah, they have Aliva, and they're gonna go meet their grandma. So Liko grandma is like some old adventurer, and their grandma knows what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else I missed from the first one? From the first batch of episodes? I think I got most of it.
Roy has just caught a watch roll as well.
The electric bird?
Yes.
Meow, meow, meow. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we ended off at like some filler-ish episodes of transit episodes of them just hanging about the ship while they're going to the next destination. They're going to Galar, I think was where it was. Yes. Yeah, Galar to go meet their grandma.
Well, no, I thought they were going to Galar because they were. Oh no, I think it was.
It was
that
both.
Also,
yeah,
that and also to just like get info and see if anyone's seen a shiny Rayquaza.
Shiny Rayquaza. They say Rayquaza in Rayquaza in Japanese, and I think that's really funny. Rayquaza.
Does that mean anything?
I think it just means the same as it does in English, but in Japanese.
I'm on Bulbapedia. Let me check very quickly.
You don't know Japanese.
No, it's true. Oh no, yeah, it's just Ray and Quasar.
What does Quasar mean?
Quasar, it's like the space thing.
Anyway.
Extremely luminous active galactic nucleus.
One more time?
Extremely luminous active galactic nucleus. Or AGN for short.
AVGN?
No.
No.
Here is an image of it, if you wish. It's just a space thing, and
I gotcha. Yeah,
you know,
it's a space thing.
Yeah, it comes. Yeah,
the thing has to mega evolve, right? There's no way.
Rayquaza, it does, yeah.
I mean, the shiny Rayquaza in this show, if he's so important.
Maybe
but like
at some point,
at the level they are, I mean, the Volt Ticklers. Oh yeah, so the Volt Ticklers, we're still on recap. Actually, no, we're not on recap. We'll talk about this later. At the current Volt level, that some of the other Volt Ticklers know how to fight, but at the current level Liko and Roy are at, they have one Pokemon that knows one move, and Roy has two Pokemon that know a collective 3 moves.
Well, no, here's the thing. Her Sprigatito has more than one move. It's just the only chooses to use Leafage.
Leafage. Honoka.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it goes. Okay, so that's the official end of the recap.
Yeah, regardless of type matchup, I should say. Even the Charizard, who quad resists the grass move, she will still use the grass move instead of tackling it.
Don't worry about that one. Oh my gosh, there's 2 of me.
Oh, there are 2 of them.
Can't have continuity issues. Forget you saw that. So yeah, immediately in episode 17, we start with okay episode. It's of the bird and Fuecoco getting into an argument because they're new roommates and they don't want to play nice. It was an okay episode. Like, I don't mind. I was in the last stream, I was talking like, man, I'm really mad about filler episodes in anime like this because this anime it's not like, you know, episodic or slice of life like a lot of the previous Pokemon series were. Like, there was a plot. They are trying to find, you know, Lucius's Pokemon and the Black Rayquaza, and they're finding their grandma, and, you know, plot developments happen.
We
So
still gotta teach the kids about like world building and such, and how
And
these
the true-
creatures function,
there's, I can't smile.
and the real power of teamwork.
Okay, I can smile now.
Okay. Yeah, and the real superpower of teamwork and all that. Yeah. You still gotta teach the kids that.
There's some really
You gotta
bad.
teach the kids to be nice to your fire crocodile and your
There-
electric bird.
It's not that bad because, yeah, didn't go on for too long, and it did, you know, foreshadow future episodes. Like, Coco and the bird were fighting the Captain Pikachu, who is my favorite character.
Who's the best? Yeah, the coolest character in the show, arguably.
And while they were fighting Captain Pikachu, like, Captain Pikachu's, like, way above their level. So they're like, if you land one hit on Captain Pikachu, you win. And they couldn't even do that, I don't think.
No.
But, yeah, during that fight, they were like, wait, did Pikachu just... it was really nice, because I don't think they even, like, acknowledged it too much. That you just, like, you could just see, like, wait, did that Pikachu just flap its tail and fly a little bit? Like,
What's that about?
What is that about? And that's related to the next episode, so it gives you a little preview. It's been like, whoa, what's going on with that? And, like, no, the characters do think of it, because that's what spars the next episode. And then Liko's thinking about getting another Pokemon, because she's like, I used to be so scared, but now I've opened up a little bit, but do I even need another Pokemon other than Sprigatito? I don't know, man.
Probably. You should have more than one.
Well,
We'll get
the
to it.
comments in the last, there was some good discussion in the comments of the last stream. But basically people were like, yeah, it's kind of annoying how Liko and Roy can't actually fight.
Yeah, but you know, you kind of have to. You gotta have like that. You gotta have like the first start, like the starting things.
Yeah, like two things. Like, like, for actual fights, like we still have actual fights. Like we have
Yeah.
Freed.
Like Freed is there.
Freed has got Charizard that can terrestrialize, and this Captain Pikachu that can effing just
Do anything.
enter creative mode.
Yeah.
Basically. So you still have, like, really high level fights, but, you know, Liko and Roy, they're just like, can it hit the Pokemon, maybe?
It's their first day.
Okay, so, like, in the first, like, 16 episodes, it wasn't that big of an issue, but, like, we're at, like, by the end of this episode 34, they've made a little bit of progress, but, like,
Yeah, you got. Well, I mean, it's
34 episodes. Ash.
They're not gonna learn how to be good at fighting in like the snap of a finger.
Yeah, and also the same thing happened with the original Pokemon. If you watch the original Pokemon series, like, yeah, Ash got, by this point in the series, Ash had, like, 14 gym badges, but he did not do any actual fighting. Like, he cheesed those gym battles.
He did not earn those.
He did not earn those, and Misty and Brock is well able to agree with them. Pikachu did most. I think the only gym badge he earned early on was what was the Raichu fight?
Oh, Surge.
Yeah, Surge, and that was just because his Pikachu was busted and wasn't even Ash doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't until like after his first League L that he actually started being a good trainer.
Yeah, and even then, sometimes he just forgot how type matchups work in like Gen 6 or 7.
Well, that we're not counting that. We're counting the original.
They do it
in the original Pokemon series, which is Gen 1 and 2. That is a complete story arc, and then after that, they just kind of do soft resets on Ash's character like 15 times.
It's true, which is a little frustrating at some points, but
except they stopped. I think Gen 5 is the last one where like he was fighting the League in Gen 4. He was like fighting a Deoxys and a Darkrai and a Lapras, Latios.
The dude that just showed up with a Darkrai.
And then the next episode, Ash lost to a Snivy. But then after that, in X and Y and Sun and Moon and Journey is like he starts those series like knowing how to be a Pokemon trainer.
Yeah.
Then he's not in this. But anyway, So yeah, I mean that's just what I'm saying is that that's just how Pokemon be, man.
Yeah.
You
And
can't.
That's fine.
That's just they're working on it. So we still at least get high level battles, and they still do something.
Yeah.
So it's been 30 minutes. We covered one episode. I promise we'll be faster than that. But yeah, the next also Shuckle Milk. It's I was so confused. No, that's the next screenshot I have.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. So for those that don't know, Shuckle has always been able to. You can put berries in its shell, and it will actually create juice from it.
How?
I don't know.
You can't milk a turtle. You can't.
No, it's just in its shell, and you just pours it out.
They did not explain that in the anime, and I did not know that for some reason. So they were just like, "Oh, let's go get a drink," and they just milk this turtle, and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Well, they don't do that. It's just it has it in its shell.
They
and it
juice
pours it
him.
out.
They juice him.
Well, he juices the berries.
Yeah. So now that I know what's happening, that these are not bodily fluids that he's.
No, it's just berries. It's also a puzzle in Detective Pikachu, which is kind of weird, but kind of
one or two.
The first one.
Okay. Nobody played either of those, but you get the idea.
I played a little bit of the first one. I have not gone back to it though. I heard the second one's bad, but it's like I'll form my own opinion on that.
They think everything is bad.
Mm-hmm. Pokemon fans are never actually happy.
Except anime fans are pretty happy.
Yeah.
I mean, anime fans that now that Ash is finally dead, anime fans are pretty happy. Can I mention how much I like the Bravasagi? It looks really cool.
It's a really cool.
I can't get a good feel for like the layout because like there's this bottom part here that's like they're like, oh, they turned an old boat into the ship, but then there's also that top part. How do they get from the bottom to the top?
Yeah.
I think there's an elevator that goes up the side of the balloon.
There is an elevator. Yeah, there's an elevator.
Does it go up the? I guess it goes up.
It's like see where that pillar is at the top.
Yeah.
That's where the elevator is.
But how's it go through the hot air balloon? Oh, I guess it goes on the side, that red little thing on the side.
Possibly. I don't know. It could just go straight through. I'm sure you could like put something. I don't know. It's
anime magic.
It's an airship. So
it's an airship. Anyway, I bring this up because next episode we get like one of the best episodes.
Literally the best episode in the show.
We get a so after they're being like, hey, did that Pikachu just effing fly? What is the story? How did you
do that?
How did you and Cat meet, and how did you start this? And we get a really, really, really good backstory episode. It's like definitely like a fan favorite, and for a good reason. So it shows like, you know, after Freed became a Pokemon professor. Hold on. Yeah, Freed's backstory is really great. Like, his appeal up until this point has been, like, a cool, mysterious character. And having a cool, mysterious character have a good backstory is not an easy thing to do. Because they're not mysterious anymore, so you have to justify their coolness. Because you can make a cool, mysterious character, no problem. But to actually make a cool character from that, that's a completely different story.
Yeah.
But they did it. They effing did it. Those mad lads actually did it. But they did it. They effing did it. Say something.
Hello.
Those mad lads actually did it. I'm making sure the audio. They effing did it. Say something.
Oh, okay. Hello. Also, fun fact about this episode: it premiered in Japan on Iko Ayotani, who is the Pikachu, who's been Pikachu's voice for basically forever, on her 58th birthday.
Nice. She's been voicing Pikachu for like 30 years.
A very long time.
If you see interviews of her, she sometimes accidentally like makes Pikachu. I don't know, accidentally or intentionally makes Pikachu noises in the middle of her sentences.
She's been voicing it so long.
She was like, "Oh man, Ash and his Pikachu are finally retiring from the anime. I get to, you know, take a break a little bit." And then, oh, there's
about that.
Pikachu is a main character. Never mind. That's not happening. But, you know, I can't imagine you would, against your will, be voicing Pikachu for 30 years. She has to. have some sort of enjoyment out of it. Anyway,
So another thing about that though is like they try really hard, at least in JP voice acting, to try and not change the voice actor. Like once you're in
yeah,
there,
that too.
you're kind of in there.
Like they had to make a public apology on Twitter for changing Eggman's voice actor in the Japanese dub of Sonic Prime because his voice actor is currently in the hospital.
Yeah.
But like only like death and like hospital stuff like that will they do that.
Mm-hmm.
Meow, 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 meow. Can't just ask how our day was and then leave.
Maybe they're lurking. You never know.
If you can lurk, but you have to finish the conversation you're having. You can't just be like, "What's the meaning of life?" and then gone.
They found their meaning.
Anyway, Freed's backstory is great. So
It's pretty cool.
he became a Pokemon professor because he wants to know everything about Pokemon. And then after he became a certified professor, he's like, well, I've learned all there is to learn about Pokemon, and now
Well, I did it.
everything is just boring, and I don't know what meaning is my life anymore. So he just hangs out on this old guy's boat. Is that like, is he related to the old guy?
I don't remember. What's his name?
Old guy? I just said.
No, he has a name. Ludlow? Ludlow.
Ludlow.
Or Landau in the JP version. Landau is just a cool name. You could have just called him that. He's his mentor. That's it.
Mentor?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. Yeah, I'm looking at the Bulbapedia article for it, and it doesn't really say, but whatever. Anyway, so we start this episode, and he's like, yeah, I have no meaning in life, and I'm just gonna sit here on my boat and fish forever. And die, I guess. Meow, 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 meow. But then, you know, they're like, hey, there's this lady, she wants to meet you, and he's like, man, I already know everything about Pokemon. And he goes and meets this lady. I don't have a picture of it,
teacher.
so just is it former teacher? It's Lico's mom.
Yeah.
It's all related because Lico at this point in the story is like, after the end of his emotional backstory arc, it cuts back to like real time, and he's like, so what did you think? And Lico's like, you know my mom? That's all she had to say. Dude, you know my mom? That's crazy. Like, was it nothing? Okay, anyway. But because of that, we get to see a, because they're like on a phone call later, and we get to see a baby Lico. Look at a baby Lico.
He is small.
But anyway, so he goes to meet the Lico's mom, and Lico's mom's like, hey, I heard you were really bored about Pokemon, but I think I have an interesting Pokemon for you to check out that might, you know, pique your interest. And he's like, what is it? Tell me. And she's like, it's a Pikachu. And he's like, I've studied Pikachu! I know about Pikachu!
I know that guy.
I know that he stores thunder in his cheeks and he goes Pika Pika. But she's like, oh, trust me, this Pikachu is different than all the other Pikachu that you know. And he's like, I highly doubt that.
I do not believe you.
I do not believe you. So they go, they meet this Pikachu. They're like before sunrise, and we're going in depth on this episode just because this whole episode is an entire arc in and of itself.
Mm-hmm. Also, it's just cool.
Yeah, where I have like 1 or 2 words of notes for other episodes.
Mm.
But yeah, it's definitely the best episode in the series. I don't know, maybe it's one of the best episodes in the series.
Yep.
Where
I
was it?
like it.
So yeah, she's like, they go up to the crack. They get up at the crack of dawn. They see this Pikachu before, as for sunrise. And he's like, yeah, it's the Pikachu. What do you want me to do about it? And then the Pikachu starts like using Volt Tackle to spin around in circles, and he's like, well, hold on, what's going on here? And then the Pikachu uses the circle motion of the Volt Tackle to create a tornado to lift him up in the sky and fly. And he,
Yeah, you know, as you do.
as you do. And then he's like, whoa, holy crap, dude. I've never seen a Pikachu do that. Also, during the entire flashback, there's got these, like, bars on the top and bottom. And I like that. A weird...
That's how you know it's a flashback.
That's how you know it's a
Or
flashback.
no, that's... Yeah. But yeah, this just looks neat.
But yeah, so he's like, whoa. So he's like, he's Freed at this point is absolutely blown. Because he's, like, blown out of his effing mind. Because he's like,
Well, lost his gourd.
He's lost his gourd. He's lost his gourding mind. By
this mouse that can make tornadoes.
By this mouse's riz.
Don't say that.
Don't say that.
Don't say it like that.
Say. So yeah, he's like, whoa, I thought, you know, because at this point he's like, I'm bored of Pokemon. I know everything there is. And then he's like, whoa. I thought I knew everything about Pokemon, but this is something I've never seen before. Why and how is this Pikachu flying? You know, and that kind of, like, sparks his, you know, that gives him, it breathes life into him, you know?
Yeah, I get it. Spark, because it's a Pikachu.
I made that unintentionally. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Anyway, so he starts spending, like, every day with this Pikachu. This Pikachu doesn't want any part of him. Look at his eyes. He's like, this effing dude, man.
Look at this dude.
Look at this dude. He's like, whoa, hi Pikachu. You know, he's got the spark of life, you know. And this Pikachu is like, I just want to practice flying. And he's like, why are you practice flying? And he's like, I don't want to.
It's none of your business.
It's none of your goddamn business, buddy. So I really like that as like a character arc of like, you know, Freed, you know, he quit his job, was being bored, you know, thinking that he knew everything about Pokemon, and then, you know, he was inspired by this crazy Pikachu, and he finally got the breath of life in him again. You know, it's a really cute.
Mm-hmm.
And then as they continue going on, you know, they butt heads every now and again. Get it, because it's a picture of them literally butting heads. Also, the animation in general is really good in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
So, especially during the big moments where, he's like, man, you know, I still can't get why this Pikachu gets up before dawn every day and flies into the sky. Like, what drives him to fly into the sky, you know?
Yep.
And then we get this, like, really, and then he's like, hold on a minute, what? I have a Charizard, I'm gonna follow him up there, see what he's doing. So we get this really cool moment where he grabs onto the Charizard and flies up with the Pikachu, and they reach the top, and they see this like beautiful sunrise on the horizon that you can only see from this high up, and he's like, the Danny DeVito meme, I get it.
It all makes sense now.
That is. That's one of the, and he's like, I get it. You've been trying so hard every day to learn how to fly because you wanted to see this beautiful view, and anime sold that beautiful view, beautiful animation, and then you get this beautiful like wide angle shot, and I'm like, this is why I watch anime. It's for moments like this, where you just have like really good storytelling mixed with like really good like animation, directing, you know, cinematography.
Good stuff.
You have anything to add?
No, you basically said most of what I was gonna say. Yeah, this is just good.
It's really good. A little animation.
Yeah. The animators knew that they had to go crazy for this episode, and they did.
It's definitely a fan favorite for a reason.
Watch this.
Yeah, I mean, like, the anime looks pretty elsewhere, that especially during like,
yeah, it has like cool moments,
like the season finale, but like it was just like the really cool like finally getting Freed's backstory arc, and you know, the really cool story with that, and then the moment all leading up to that, like you could just watch this as like a 20-minute movie and it would be fantastic.
Yeah, it's cool,
you know. So then afterwards he's like, I am inspired. Oh yeah, I also have some screenshots of Pikachu making the tornado out of order.
Yeah. Out of order.
I mean, Pikachu's not making the tornado out of order. I have the screenshots out of order.
Right.
That's not anything related to do with the screenshot. But yeah, so afterwards, he's like, I've fully got my spark of joy left. If there's a crazy Pikachu like this out in the world, then I definitely don't know everything there is to know about Pokemon. And he gets the adventurous spark, and he's like, hey, Pikachu, do you want to join me on a journey to see the world? And this Pikachu's like, oh yeah, you know what? Hell yeah. You know, they had a bonding moment when they went up into the sky together. You know, they kind of shared a look where Pikachu's like, yeah, we're friends now.
I like this guy.
So then, Freed goes to Ollie?
Her name is just Oreo.
Oreo?
Yeah, Orio.
I like her a lot. She's good. She's a good.
I don't know if they changed her English name or not.
Japanese Oreo, English Orla.
Oh.
Because something we will to accommodate for the dirty dub watcher, for the dirty dub doers, we will try to refer to English and Japanese names, especially now that the dub is out and some people have names. Actually, no, it says the dub isn't out. It says the dub is supposed to come out like in a big batch, the first 12 episodes on March 7th.
Oh.
So how our episode? Maybe it got out on the British. Maybe it's March in England right now.
Yeah, that's how time zones work.
Time zones can be off by several months. Yep.
That's how it works.
I don't know. I'm just looking at Bulbapedia and it says 1 to episode 12, March 7th, U.S. release date, and U.S. and Japan broadcast is the only time that they bring up. Anyway, so Oreo is like, hey, Olio. See, I don't know if it's supposed to be Oreo or Olio. Her English name makes it imply that it's supposed to be Olio. But, you know, they don't...
Yeah, I'm not sure.
L and R is not... It's not all L's are R's, or all R's are L's, but the Japanese word that closely equivalates to L and R is not either L or R, but a thing in between.
Anyway, how you get things like Jerry Beans Man.
Jerry Beans Man. Unrelated note. Actually, no. Wait. Unrelated note.
Do you want me to explain that, or?
No, I just want to show want to show a somewhat related VTuber meme.
Okay.
Of Nene making a tweet that said this. We are already listening to you all. I can hear you. What? You can hear us? What? Because she was at like a convention, and she was listening to people in the crowd saying the F word, and and then later she made a clarification. No. I mean, I can hear you guys swearing the F word.
Right.
So
English
funny.
Languages are hard.
I can hear you. And then later she said, by the way, I still don't know. I'm still not 100% sure what it means. It's funny. Unrelated note, sorry. I'm talking about VTubers again. Instead of talking about, we're still on this one episode. But yeah, so on Dom, you're supposed to help me stay on track.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Freed goes to Oreo cookies, and
she goes to the Nabrisco factory and makes an airship.
Yeah, exactly. As you do.
As you do.
But he's literally like, hey, he's like, hey, can you make me an airship? And she's like, what?
Can you turn this fishing boat into an airship?
And she's like, what did you just say to me?
What'd you just say to me?
Then she's like, yeah, sure, I'll try.
Yeah, this gets explained later, but basically at this point in the story, she's at a point in her life where like she's a successful mechanic, and you know, she does a good job and she likes her job, but you know, she's also a little bored in her life, So when Freed came up to her and was like, "Hey, can you make this crazy ass thing for me?" She was like, "Oh, maybe I could." And then, she gets the spark of life in her, and then she also wants to. And then after she finishes that crazy project, she also wants to join the adventures. So then,
for a fun piece of continuity, she actually is like a shipbuilder in Slateport, which is that port town in Holland?
in Ruby Sapphire.
Yeah.
Was that the town that had the big line of magma / aqua grunts? With the lighthouse, and it started on the beach.
Yeah, where they are in line for the museum.
Yeah. That's cool. Something I really like about both this and the previous series Journeys is that they move around to the different regions a lot, and they're a lot more like interconnected. Because if you play the games, like, they reference other regions, but you're mostly just in that region of the game.
Yep.
So it's really nice that the anime can use its freedom to, do some more world building. And definitely having an airship that can go to different regions
that definitely helps.
Yeah. So, Freed, Oreo, and Pikachu, and the old man who's owned the fishing boat, and I don't know how he consented to having his fishing boat turned into an airship, but whatever.
I think he's just said, like, yeah, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. As long as I can still fish, I'm good. So the four of them officially start the Brave Asagi is the name of the ship.
Yeah.
The Rising Volt Tacklers.
It's called something else in English, and I don't know why they changed it, because...
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
I forget what it was called.
Meow, meow, meow.
It wasn't Asagi, though. But, like, you could still just call it that. Like, I'm sure people aren't going to be like, what does this word mean?
What did I just say? The Brave Asagi? Asagi, I think, is a Japanese word, specifically.
It is, yeah, but...
The Brave Olivine.
Oh.
The hell does that even mean?
Well, I guess it means, like, an olive vine. Which I guess... Sure. What does Asagi mean?
I'm double checking right now.
Man.
I'm double checking. I know it, of course. I'm just double checking. I'm not sure. Chess? Hold on. Because there's several things I think it could be, but I'm not...
Okay, it's a what's the word? Same word, different meaning.
Yeah, there's a lot of different... It can mean light yellow color, morning fog, stuff like that.
Oh, okay. What is it? Homonym? I think that's what that one is.
Yeah, one word.
I'm assuming then it means like the color of like the sunrise, because that's what inspired him to make the ship. That makes sense. And why is it called the Olive Vine?
And in the Japanese text, Asagi is written in katakana, which means it could come from anything. I don't know, man. We made it up. Source, I made it up.
Source, bro, just trust me. I feel like
it was revealed to me in a dream.
You could have called it like the Brave Sunrise or something. I
don't know. Either way, we talked about this last time. It's really a really cool looking thing, and it's a cool concept, and it has wings that can transform into a Pokemon battlefield.
Let me actually see if there's like
and I feel like the boat on the bottom got way bigger. Because that's like a huge ass airship, and like we see in this scene that the boat is like not that big, but I guess they increased the size of the boat.
Yeah, it just, it fits anytime you need it. Actually, wait, isn't Olivine a city in one of the games? It is.
You might be right. Also, this background is more fitting.
City, it's in Gen 2.
Background is more fitting than I thought, because most of the U.S. just got plowed with a load of snow for the first time in like 3 years.
Oh.
First time since I've been back from Japan. But not where Dom lives, in the netherworld. Or wherever he lives. Some sort of fantasy world that's even more unbelievable that people could live on than the sun. What's it called? Florida?
Correct.
Ohio? Whatever kind of effed up place you're living in now. Can't keep...
Either are uncharted territory.
saw a Twitter thread of just like every single not know what's going on in Ohio meme I've ever seen, and it's just like 1,000 images long. There's so many versions of that meme.
It's a good template.
Anyway, so yeah, 10 out of 10 episode.
It's great.
You know, which is
so
nice
then-
because the next 2 episodes suck.
Let me. What you did like the divorce arc?
The divorce arc. Listen, so
What do you mean?
immediately after this huge emotional freed arc, you have the divorce. You have a Marduk, which like okay,
Murdoch,
listen.
yeah.
In
It's-
retrospect,
I mean, it's his backstory.
yeah, in retrospect, it was a pretty good episode, but like, you can't continue the show after a showstopper, you know, like the way
Should've
I
ended
watched
there.
it. I watched 17, 18, and 19 like back to back. So going from 10 out of 10 backstory to like 7 out of 10 backstory.
I thought it was fine.
You know, the Marduk and this guy, I forget his name, were pastry chefs, and the Mawip or whatever this Pokemon is called.
Alchemy.
What?
Alchemy.
Alchemy? Like alchemy? That's really funny.
Yeah.
But Cream?
Also, his name was Mitchell.
Mitchell, yeah. So, Malwhip or whatever evolves into Strawberry Malwhip, and which is Marduk's specialty, and his life partner makes
Mitchell.
green tea stuff. So
Yeah, like what it was like matcha specifically.
yeah, matcha.
Yeah, matcha cakes.
I didn't
His
think
Minecraft matcha cakes.
I didn't think you Westerners would know what matcha means. So that's why.
There's literally a matcha Pokemon now. What are you talking about?
Anyway, so Mawip evolving into strawberry, not matcha, caused them to get a divorce. And then they apologize, and then they're friends again. That's basically what happens. Like, it's a good backstory. I like it, but like, it's basically like they're mad at each other. They explain the backstory, then they make up,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're happy.
Yeah, it's like it is kind. It definitely does just like move very fast, but it's also like you kind of have to.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't want to have a two-parter for a character's backstory.
I just like.
Also, Kabu just shows up here.
Oh yeah, the guy. He's part of the next
The
episode.
fire. Yeah, well, he shows up here.
This guy.
What was it? I think. What was it?
Wow, wow. You know that guy. You fight him in the gym, and the song goes wow, wow.
Yeah, he's the fire gym leader. He's the third gym you fight.
In Sword and Shield, because they're not in what is the new place? Paldea.
Mhm.
They're in. They've landed during the backstory. They landed in Galar, and that's where this takes place.
Oh, right. I just found it. It's he's asking people around for people, and he's like, "Well, if you want Rayquaza knowledge, go talk to Kabu. He's from Hoenn, and I mean, Rayquaza was seen there mostly."
He's from Hoenn. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Or maybe,
I don't
or
think they mentioned it in Sword and Shield, but yeah,
yeah, either I forgot, or they didn't mention it, or I forgot.
yeah. I don't recall if they ever mention it. They might have.
But yeah, so we have a subpar. I mean, it's not a bad backstory episode, but after that 10 out of 10 backstory episode, it's hard to follow that up.
Comparative to Freeze, yeah, it's not as great, but I don't know, I think it's fine.
Anyway, so there he's like, I'll tell you information about Rayquaza, but you gotta train with me.
You gotta earn it.
And then there's this really cool, badass song. I think it's from the games, because a lot of the songs in the Japanese version of the anime. When the dub comes out, I'll double check that. But as recently as Journeys, they've replaced the songs, which is why I recommend watching the Japanese dub. But that English dub of Pokemon isn't bad. I could definitely see people like, oh, I don't care super much about the music. I care more about, the Pokemon saying their English names.
Yeah. Also, from what I've seen from the cast, like they're actually like pretty good voice actors
But yeah.
chosen.
And maybe they might not change the songs. I don't know. Probably are going to change the songs.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I wonder if it's like a weird licensing thing or something.
Has to be, because they're remixes of songs from the game. So maybe in order to release it, they have to license the game music too, and that you know, Game Freak, you know, would have to contact Game Freak and get Game Freak permission so Game Freak
Yeah.
can use Game Freak's music in their Game Freak.
Well, listen, Pokemon's the same. Reminder, in Mario Maker 1, all of the Pokemon costumes do not make noises,
Yeah.
like original noises. It's the only ones that don't do it. Every other character, like
I
even
think,
Sonic, has like special sounds for
I
the
think-
amiibo costume.
wasn't that the same for Yoshi's Woolly World? Like every single amiibo
every-
gave you a skin except the Pokemon ones?
Yes, the Pokemon ones gave you an amiibo T-shirt, and
Dumb.
they did not have any Pokemon-oriented skins. They had a Bayonetta costume, but they did not have. costume.
Yoshi could have the Wicked Weaves, but not Pikachu.
You could have Yoshi look like Ryu from Streets, but
From
you could not have.
Streets.
But Charizard, absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Which is why
Pokemon and Game
Pokemon
Freak
just
known for never interacting or ever having any crossovers.
It's very bizarre.
if there
I'm
is-
assuming because of how it is, it's because people forget Pokemon's technically, not even technically, it is a second party thing. Like Nintendo does own them mostly, but they are for the most part second party.
Yeah.
Like HAL is technically too.
Which means that if there is a Nintendo cart, there's not going to be any Pokemon in it. I don't know, because there's Pokemon in Smash Brothers, but I'm assuming that was just like grandfathered in because there was Pikachu in the first Smash Brothers.
Maybe.
But
I don't
yeah,
know though.
there's also Cloud, so I'm sure if they added in Pokemon right now in Smash Brothers, it would not be that hard to contract the deal.
Now that I'm thinking about it, there is a lot of like kind of second party because FE is also second party.
Yeah, no. And Xenoblade.
Xenoblade, yeah.
Miguel! Miguel! Hi, what's up, Michael?
Hello. I wasn't sure where you were going with that at first. Now
Do you remember that video?
it sounds.
There's this guy, he's like working on a roof, and then he starts like slipping off, like he starts sliding down the roof, and he just goes, Miguel! Miguel! And I'm like, what's Miguel gonna do? And then he falls off the roof.
Oh yeah, I do want to point out that in this
What's-
episode as well. Huh?
Miguel about to throw out his Charizard and save him from falling off the roof.
Hell. Okay.
Eating
gonna
pretzel
say-
sticks, how about you? We're talking about Pokemon, we're having a good time.
Yeah. But yeah, what was it? So also we should probably say what first is happening. Kabu's like, hey, you got to do my gym challenge, which is kind of like his gym challenge in the original game, but also really not. The
It's
only
just
thing
it's
that's
just
the
a
same is
training.
it
It's just a
involves-
training arc.
Yeah, but it's it's similar. I mean, they both involve Litwick. But it's actually kind of interesting how they do it because Cobb was like, all right, well, one of you guys is a fire type, the other one's got, I guess, a grass type. Sure. One of you has to try and get all of the Litwicks. Obviously, Roy, because he has Fuecoco. But it's like you have to try and light all of the Litwicks, and Liko has to extinguish all of them, and whoever gets all of them done first wins.
And is that how it is in the game?
No, in the game it's weird in the game because you have to fight with another gym trainer who tries to sabotage you from trying to catch one of the Pokemon.
It's
And you have
kind
to
of close,
catch
but not
you
really.
have to catch you have to catch at least 2 of 3. You get 3 chances, and if you get at least 2 of 3, then you pass.
Okay, that's weird. Anyway,
But the other gym trainer will be trying to sabotage you and kill the Pokemon before you can. Also, since it's a double battle, you have to take out at least one of them.
yeah, I guess it's the idea of trying to do something while the other
Mhm.
person sabotages it.
Yeah.
So
However, what I did was I was just like, all right, I'll just take out the other trainer's Pokemon and then do my thing.
I'll just break the other my opponent's kneecaps, and then they won't be able to score any points.
Exactly.
I like the way you think, Dom. I like the way you think.
Exactly.
Hello,
Clawliz?
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 Talking about Pokemon. We're on episode 20.
Is Pokemon, yeah.
So, and Liko has a moment where she's like trying to fight this other gym leader, and the guy's like, hey, if you beat Liko in a fight, you get to be a full gym member. And she's like, yay! And then Liko's like, oh man, I don't want to crush this girl's hopes and dreams. I quit. And then the grass cat gets really mad, and then the girl gets really mad. It's like, I don't want to win like that. And then
I
Liko
don't want to
learns.
win by default.
Liko
That's
learns
Twitter
that
talk.
Liko learns that like you can't just you know, be passive the whole time. You gotta learn how to fight, because that's what other people, you know, people don't want to win a battle if you just give up. You know, that's not really what battling is about. You know, Liko learning the ropes and whatnot. It's a good training arc episode.
Yeah. It's very cool. And then Cobb was like, "All right, chumps, now fight me."
All right, chumps. And then Furikoko has a flamethrower, learns flamethrower. I think he learns flamethrower. I don't think he ever uses flamethrower ever again.
A couple of times he does, yeah. But also he throws out a Centiscorch, I should mention, which is a very big, which is like very strong against them because it's an evolved form. First off, it also has flash fire.
Cheating.
So
he's cheating.
Essentially, but so half of Fuecoco's moves literally can't do anything.
Yeah.
But then it also learns at this point.
It learns the earthquake move at some point. I don't remember exactly when.
Also, contrary to popular belief, Fuecoco cannot learn flamethrower naturally.
Oh yeah, so maybe it never does officially learn flamethrower.
It does.
Okay, I don't know. I also have this screenshot of at the very end of like episode 16. Sorry, do you have any more to say about that training episode?
No, it was good. Also, but also once again, Sprigatito just having a very poor type advantage because Centiscorch also is 4 times resistant to grass.
Look how fucking mad Sprigatito is. Rah! I love when Sprigatito makes mad, annoyed faces.
Which happens very often, actually.
Anyway, next batch of episodes. He's like, hey, thanks for training with me. What you want to do next, if you're looking for Rayquaza and your grandma, is to go over there, and then they start making their way towards the castle.
Kabu willingly sends children to the mines.
Kabu willingly sends children to the mines, which people have been dying at, I would mind you, and I'm sure he knew this when he sent them to the mines.
He's like, they'll be fine.
Oh, they'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I'm trying to think of something without saying it in some way. Listen, if I say things wrong all the time, don't worry about it. Anyway, so they go to the episode, and Liko meets a Mibadim. I don't know, what is the English name, Dom? Hatenna. And
which is the
I don't want to sound racist. Nobody should have never existed. they don't have feelings or hearts. See, we're just tying it our Kingdom Hearts discussion that we were talking about earlier.
What was I gonna say?
You know?
Oh yeah, Hatenna is essentially the routes of Galar.
Okay.
That's the best way I could explain it.
But yeah, I liked the Hatenna episode because
He's just a little guy.
You know, Liko is like, oh, I don't know what kind of trainer I want to be, you know, especially after that last episode. She's like, maybe I'm not super cut out for fighting. Like, how else can I be a good trainer? And they're like, there's all types of Pokemon trainers. You don't just have to fight. And I'm like, since when? How are you gonna beat the game if you don't fight?
Did you forget the entire 2 seasons of contest arcs?
They're
not gonna bring that back ever, but
yeah, I mean, they do. I guess we just have to trust them that yes, trainers can live their whole life without technically battling, I guess.
I mean, Brock kind of wanted to do that too.
Yeah. So anyway, Liko doesn't know what kind of trainer she wants to be. She meets she is very sympathetic, which is a problem in battles, but she finds out that, you know, it might be good for connecting with Pokemon, because she meets Mibadim, Hatenna, and this thing is very skittish and can read, like, people's emotions. And
it's an empath.
It's an empath. Here is them on the bed, and Mibadim is feeling awkward because Liko's feeling awkward, because in episode 16, when saying my name.
Just don't. Yeah. No, you're good.
Please say it in American English.
Yeah, just say don't. Yeah, I'm not Miguel. Just say Michael. Yeah.
No, Michael. Yeah, no. I thought I was like, no. I thought I said I was just joking when I said Miguel. I meant Michael. Don't worry about it, Michael. Yeah. Can I also call you Mike if you want to be even more American English about it? But Michael is I I can also be Japanese about it and call you Mike Guru if you want.
Oh my god.
Listen, all I'm saying is I'm accommodating. Whatever you want, man.
Do whatever. Yeah.
Anyway.
Also, going back to this image, I want those Snorlax slippers.
Oh, yeah, 100%. The one that Dot wears all the time.
Yes.
Anyway, I like
good.
Dot and Liko interaction. They don't happen a whole lot. Like, episode 16 would imply that, like, Dot's the new, like, third main character. Dot shows up from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
She shows up more often than any the other members from the Brave Asagi except for Freed, but she doesn't show up as often as Liko and Roy. Because she's
also, an
introvert.
I do want to point out that in English, Dot's outfit is called Nido Thing.
Nido Thing?
It doesn't make sense because it's definitely a Nidoran outfit, and Nido Thing is a joke on Nido King, which does not come from the female Nidoran, but who cares?
Don't think about it.
It's still funny.
I think it just comes from the same thing, but in Japanese. Gurumi? Gurumi meaning, like, stuffed animal, and Kirugu, I think it means... is a Pokemon name. Trust me, bro. Anyway, I like Liko and Dot's interaction, because Liko is a huge fan of Kurumin, and she just found out that Dot is Kurumin, so now Liko is feeling very awkward around Dot. She's like, oh, that's a celebrity. That's the real-life Kurumin. Thus why she's making this face. Shrugging eye emoji. Mature episode. What is 18? Oh yeah. Oh, you came in a little late. Definitely check the VOD because we talked for like 40 minutes about episode 18 and how it's like 10 out of 10 best anime episode ever.
That episode rules.
But yeah, it's like the best backstory. And it's so good that it made me to hate the next episode because it's not as good as in comparison. But we're on episode 21 right now. Which is, no, go back after. Okay, don't worry about it.
20, we're on 21.
But yeah, it's a good episode because Liko has this whole arc where, you know, she is very sympathetic, which is a bad thing for, you know, Pokemon battling. But, you know, to get this Hatena to open up, you know, she's very understanding, very kind, very, you know, she's the only one that can, you know, calm this Pokemon down. And, I just think it's a good arc. It's like, hey, you know, you don't have to... It's a good way to show Liko being capable without just being like, she has a strong Pokemon and can shoot a laser beam, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, you don't need to be strong or fight in order to be valuable to the team, you know? Being compassionate is also a very valuable technique, attribute to have as well.
One of the guys on the ship literally just sits there and fishes all day. I think she's doing fine.
It's so adorable. And depression, yeah. But she fixes the depression. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just like, I also like it because it's a funny example of taking like a line of text that somebody wrote half-heartedly about a Pokemon can read emotions and turning it into an entire like character arc and episode.
And that's fun.
It's I like it. It's one of my favorite parts of, you know, the Pokemon anime is that you get to see these things from the game that was just like, the Pokédex said that this Pokemon can read minds, but it's just acts like any other Pokemon in game. But then they turn that piece of text into like a really cool like character moment here.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious how this will play out in the future because this thing's evolve form says if the vibes are off too much, it will violently silence you.
I mean, they did have an ongoing joke of Mimikyu regularly killing Meowth in Sun and Moon.
It's true.
So it's not completely like. Have you seen those clips? I know you haven't seen the actual show, but the clips,
I've seen some of the clips of it, yeah.
Where like Mimikyu just puts its thing over Meowth, and then Meowth like sees like the afterlife essentially waiting for him, and then he gets snapped.
Every stage of trauma.
And then he gets snapped back to reality, put back in his corporeal form. But yeah, I like the Miblium episode. Witnessing a marital spat. What are we talking about?
I'm talking about Murdoch and
Oh
Mitchell?
yeah.
That's true. The divorce arc, I call it.
Divorce arc. Where? I don't know. Liko's dad, and mom are not divorced. I don't know what you're talking about. Klaus.
Flowers.
Image for the person on the left is completely casual. If you're talking about Dom, you know, he's low budget. He's just there. Don't worry about it.
I don't know about.
He's not fully animated, and he doesn't have to be, you know? Yeah, what? You'd think that everybody needs to be fully... You think that everybody needs to move in smooth ways?
No, never.
You think Game & Watch isn't a real person? Free mentioning maternal spat in 21. Oh yeah, I think you're right. I think I do vaguely remember that line where Friede is talking about Mibidim's like emotional connection, and he randomly brings up like, oh yeah, so you know, if husband and wife are fighting, if you're fighting with the wife, then you know we'll get upset about that. I think he says something along those lines. I don't remember. It's like
a weird way to put it.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact quote, but I know what you're talking about, Klaus.
I forgot that again. Some of these episodes I have not seen in a very long time, so I don't remember fully about all of them. That's why I'm like checking the Bulbapedia synopsis just to see.
Me too. It's been a hot second.
Understandably, it doesn't bring that up. It seems.
It's like a one-off line.
Yeah.
Not completely not casual, perfectly casual, like the perfect amount of casual. That is a very apt description of Dom.
The opposite of perfect chaos.
He said he witnessed the spat. I might, if you comment on this stream, I'll look it up off stream and bring it up next time. I'll look it up.
Me typing marital in Control F on the synopsis did not bring anything up.
But yeah, so we had naming him to the team.
Also, you totally missed the joke I said.
What?
I think you said perfect casual, and I said the opposite of perfect chaos.
Oh. Thunder, rain, and lightning.
We did it. We made the Sonic quota. Anyway,
we made the Sonic.
She has the hat. The hat's in her hood now.
Yeah, the hat's in her hood, and they make I think it's later, but they make a comment like how she's getting very like full because she has the cat in her lap, the thing in her hat,
and something later on,
and then another special third thing. Anyway, they get lost in the mines. Yo, we way back in the mines.
No, what about the dub of this? Okay, we have not watched the dub.
You know, oh yeah, it also might be a dub. If it's a dub line, then I have no effing idea.
Okay, yeah, maybe they had it different.
I might watch a little bit of the dub, but focusing on watching the up to date.
Too, just to see. Mainly because I want to hear Mickey Mouse Palmo.
Haha. Anyway, so yeah, the also Liko's arc kind of connects into the next arc. Because they go into the mines and they find this Galarian Moltres, which was...
Get it right, it's Galar Fire.
Galar Fire. Moltres is called Faya in Japanese.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos, their Japanese names are respectively Fire for Moltres, Thunder for Zapdos, and Freezer for Articuno.
It's Faya, not Fire. But yes,
you know,
yes. Not a hard R, but yes.
That was just. I mean, you know, it translates to fire. Don't
the official dub won't come out until March 7, but I saw 1-16 of the dub in the UK released back in December. Oh, okay, that's
we were wondering.
Yeah, we were wondering about that. It went all the way up to 16. Okay, yeah, I guess that's why they have English names up to 16.
All right,
that's what we covered up that last time.
Yeah, what were they gonna say?
Play Deltarune or Mother 3. Not relevant and that's complicated. No.
I haven't played Deltarune. I've played some of Undertale, not all of it, and I have not played Mother 3. Anyway, Pokemon.
So yeah, they're exploring the mines. What's up?
Oh, but I was gonna say, just to go back to it, a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon though were just kind of English words. Like Gengar's name is just Ghost in Japanese.
Which yeah, if you don't speak Japanese, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
It's like if Gengar's English name was Yude, be like, oh, if you don't know Japanese, that sounds cool as hell.
Yeah, exactly. Which is, it's like, here's the thing, it's fine, like, cause like, that's just the thing. for like a lot of languages.
It's
Like,
better.
when
It's
you
a better
don't know the
name than
language,
seal.
It sounds cooler. Yeah.
It's a better name than seal because it's a seal.
The dubbed VAs. No, yeah, I saw because I mentioned it earlier, but I just really think it's funny that Kira Buckland is Smirgatino.
So yeah, it's really cool. They're looking for their grandma and Rayquaza in a tunnel, and just randomly out of nowhere, this Galarian Moltres shows up and starts wrecking their shit. And also the explorers are there, which are like the bad group.
Yep.
Yeah, meow.
Which, gotta say, they're quite a step up from Team Rocket. I don't know if I brought that up last time, but...
Oh yeah, they're definitely a lot more interesting. I mean, we love Jesse James and Meowth, but...
They're what's the best character? But yeah.
Anyway, yeah, they have a cool fight. What did I say? In my notes, I said that the Liko Hatum character arc connects into the next episodes about Galarian Moltres. I think it's just that, she uses compassion. Oh yeah, no. But first, what I want to say, okay, we'll go in logical order.
Yeah.
I just find it, so they are fighting in the mine, and something about episode 22 and 23 is that 22 ends on a cliffhanger. Like, Fried is fighting the Amethio in the mine, and then the mine like collapses and like blocks him in, and they're like, oh no, he's dead, and then that's the cliffhanger, right? You remember that?
Yep.
And then literally the beginning of the next episode, oh hey, how's it going, guys? What's up, guys? He just walks in through the front door in the Pokemon Center. Hey guys, what's up? My death was greatly over-exaggerated. That was the part where the show made me unintentionally just like burst into laughter for a good like 5 minutes.
It's so funny
because
he just got better. He's
like
fine.
he just got better. Like, just like look at like the screenshots of just like these two moments are like if you watch these episodes back to back, these two moments are 5 seconds apart of this tunnel collapsing and him just showing up in the front door in the Pokemon Center.
Like stuff like that. Like, Fried is just funny.
What's up? He's like, what's up? I'm out. And I'm like, at first I thought like the show was just fucking with me. Like, oh, it was Amethio, you know, disguised as Fried, you know? Because they did weird things where like they wiped Liko's memory, so like maybe they might do some mindfucky stuff like that. But no, it's just Fried. He's there. He made it out. He's fine.
He's cool. No, I remember that too. I'm like, did we miss something here?
Yeah, but like no, I looked back. He just lived.
Oh, he does? Oh, that's interesting. Sorry, go on.
Matt Mercer voices who's Spinal?
One of the dude with the Umbreon.
Oh yeah, that crazy dude. The crazy
That's
dude.
cool though. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Man, they're pulling all those stops for the dub. That's awesome.
Maybe they might actually get licensed. Do they have okay, the person dub expert. Did this Pokemon series do the thing where they replace the music with royalty-free music? Because especially in I guess I was gonna say episode 20 had a cool music one, but the dub is not at that part yet. You see my message. The Ghastly Hunter Gengar evolution line is an infernal being forcing its way into the material physical pain. Yeah, I guess you're right. It's like it starts off as like a ball, and then it has hands, and now it has a full form. I know it's supposed to be like an evil version of Chansey. They do replace it, but it's actually TPCI's own music. Dare?
Pokemon Company?
Oh, the Pokemon Company International's own music.
Okay.
If the music is good, then I guess it's fine. It's just like in the previous series, like they would replace a banger with do 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 beep 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 beep.
Sound like Green Hill.
Beep 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 beep. No, it's bad.
No, it's
okay,
bad.
never mind.
Oh,
Don't watch the dub. Don't watch the dub. Nothing's changed. They
I'm
haven't
sure
learned
people
anything in 40 years. Go on.
I'll wait. I wonder if people will do something like edit the music for it to be the
Nobody.
dub, but with the music. but that might be hard to do.
Yeah, nobody's done that so far, and Pokemon has been infamous. The Pokemon dub has been infamous for that, at least back to X and Y. Because X and Y had, like, the vocal opening theme that was changed.
Yeah, that's why I watched the uncut dub. See, there you go.
That's such a good-ass song.
Doesn't Ash's voice actor sing that?
I think they do, yeah.
That's cool.
Watch the uncut dub. They did? Okay,
Yeah, okay. I feel
Don't
like
know
someone would
anything.
have been down to do it at some point.
Anyway, Freed's not dead.
Yeah, he got better. He's fine.
I don't know how, he never explained how he survived this, he just did. Yeah, here's the screenshot of, wait, no, you don't see that! Why do I not have any screenshot? Whatever, look at the Moltres.
There's a whole community dedicated to re-editing the Pokemon dub and restoring OST. Gotcha.
Oh, well then watch that if that's available. What the fudge? Anyway, I don't remember what happens episode 23. Do you remember?
Let me check. Well, they start fighting the Moltres.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember I liked that episode, but I apparently wrote 0 notes for it. So they fight the Moltres, and the Moltres, his whole thing is that the Moltres can shoot out Zelda Calamity and make everybody sick, or Gloom. It can shoot Gloom at people.
Yeah, basically.
Because, you know, Nintendo just takes one idea and applies it to multiple things. Like, there was one year, I think it was like Skyward Sword and Kirby's Return to Dreamland came out, and they both introduced bowling bombs.
Yeah, you know.
Like, Nintendo just gets, like, ideas like that, and they steal notes off of each other.
Yeah, if it works.
It's Discord access only. Discord is the worst thing to happen to nerd culture.
No, I agree.
Sorry. The second worst thing to happen to nerd culture, right after the Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory is perhaps the most traumatic memory in any nerd's life. It's not just me. I just saw a Iron Mouse clip where she was complaining about the Big Bang Theory.
It's not a good show. What is it? What was I gonna say?
They fight the fire.
Yeah, but nope, she's gone.
Yeah, when they screamed, they haven't learned anything in 40 years. I got a mental image of someone crouching and yelling. That's basically what I was. You can't see the lower half of my body. That's what I was doing. I was definitely doing a little bit of crab walking, and I'm like, they've learned nothing. Because Game Freak doesn't have permission from Game Freak to use Game Freak's music in their Game Freak show.
It's very strange.
Ryuko from Kill la Kill, hell yeah. Wait, don't lose your way. They're going?
This is Erica Mendez, that's cool.
I should definitely watch the Kill la Kill dub. That's been on my plan to watch, like, for 10 years.
Wasn't Erica Mendez Pac-Man?
Anyway, so they fight Galarian Fire, and they're like, we can't fight this thing, because I think Freed is back to fighting Amethio, and, Missing Socks, no. Freed is back to fighting Amethio, and, so it's just the kids fighting the Galarian Fire. Pro ZD. I know Pro ZD was in, Dungeon Meshi. Should watch the dub of that.
He's been in a lot of things lately.
Anyway. They fight the Galarian Fire. They can't fight the Galarian Fire. He has Gloom, and they don't have any, you know, Gloom restoring health items. So they get effed up, but Liko is the one to realize, you know, because she's super sympathetic. She's the one to realize that, you know, the Moltres isn't just attacking just for the fun of it. The Moltres is actually, like, sad and angry because he misses his trainer, which is Lucius, and Lucius. Anyway,
yeah.
So then, you know, fudge, what the fudge happens? Why do I not have any notes for this episode? turtle shows up. A turtle shows up.
Yeah, her pendant like goes. Oh, so what happens is it's like they calm Moltres down, and then it like shows them a memory showing Lucius, and then her pendant straight up turns into a turtle.
Yeah, her pendant turns into a turtle. Because that's the I don't know how I didn't get any screenshots. I think I was just like watching the show and wasn't screenshotting. But yeah, her pendant turns into a turtle. I forget its name. Terapagos?
Terapagos in both languages.
Terapagos, yeah.
Yep. Who we saw this before, because this was a very prominent Pokemon in the second DLC, the Indigo Disc for Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
This came out before that, so this was the first time you would see it.
Yeah, so apparently the Pokemon anime, they don't really do this. They have sometimes done this in the past. I think they had like an episode in X and Y advertising Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, but I can't think of any other example. But
Ho-Oh in the first episode?
Yeah. But anyway, episode 26 to 30 are just like a bunch of filler episodes. Because they wanted the next episode 31 to drop on the same day that the DLC drops.
Mm-hmm. Some of the stuff kind of makes some of the, like this 24 has some things to it at least.
We'll talk about that when we get there.
Well, we just finished 23, so we're on 24. So we're talking about it now.
Oh yeah, I said 26 to 30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because 20.
26. Okay.
Yeah, 24 and 25, like, shit hits the fan.
Yeah, it does.
So, yeah, they make peace with the Moltres, so now they have two of Lucius's Pokemon. They have the, Olive Branch Pokemon, and they got the Galarian, they got the British Moltres.
The British Torch.
The British Torch.
Apparently, like, a lot of people obviously questioned, like, wait, what happened to the other birds? Why are they like this now? Apparently, it's just a different trio of birds that just look like them.
I don't know. I just assumed that they just canonized the fact that there were just multiple legendary Pokemon.
No, these are just they're just Pokemon that like they're conversion evolutions. This is like one of the first times where that kind of happened. It's more prominent in Paldea, but where it's just like these Pokemon just happen to look like these other Pokemon, but they are not entirely related.
They're not the same Pokemon. Yeah, they just have similar attributes.
And they're straight up just their only reason they're called Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos is just because they look like those, and those were the birds that were seen first.
Yeah, Michael just said legendary Galar birds are not related to the Kanto birds.
Mm-hmm.
They just look the same.
I didn't see that part, but yeah, they just happen to look like those birds for some reason.
Anyway, this is the point where Liko like, I'm getting kind of full.
Yeah, I got no room.
Yeah, no room.
Guys. And
so
she was just like, girl, put them in the ball. It's fine.
Put them in the ball? No, that's inhumane. Even though the show does go out of its way to show what the inside of a luxury ball looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I think we talked about that last time.
Yeah, but also, I mean, this comes up even more prominent later, but Roy's Watchel has not really showed up a lot lately.
Roy's bird, yeah. I'm assuming they're just having that bird in the back pocket so we can like grow a full 6 team and fight the league, but I could be wrong. But yeah, this is the inside of a luxury ball. If this is canon or not, I don't know, but here it is anyway.
They've brought up stuff like this all the time as to whether or not it's canon is up in the air.
Meow, 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 meow. But yeah. So yeah, so now they have two of Lucius's Pokemon, and they know of one other, and yeah, they only have. I thought they had more at this point.
No, they only have the two, and then the only other one they know of is Rayquaza.
Okay, yeah, they get one later in this batch of episodes.
Yeah, but now they're like, hey, we should probably find your grandma because she probably knows a lot about what's going on here.
Yeah.
Because hey, she gave you the pendant. She probably knows why it's a turtle now.
Before we have the pendant, we have this character who is not a character. I don't even remember her name. But basically, she had like she has probably a total of like 5 minutes of on-screen time.
Sango, I think is her name.
Sango, yeah. But yeah, she's everybody's favorite character.
Yeah, you sure about that?
She had, I don't know, at least on when I was looking it up on Pixiv, she had almost as much fan art as Liko does.
Okay, here's the thing. I will agree her design is very cool. Oh my god, I cannot stand her.
She's definitely a type. She's definitely a lover or hater kind of character.
Oh
She's
yeah, I hate her.
a bratty kid, and if you think that's cute or annoying is up to personal preference.
I cannot stand this child. This
I
sassy
cannot
child.
care this. I will want to destroy this sassy lost child.
You should no. I'll say it. I'll save it for when we get there. Because like again, her design's very cool. I cannot stand her. Because like Onyx, he's all right. Onyx is friggin' wide. This bro is wide as hell.
Oh, the like big buff dude that they.
Yeah.
We have not introduced. They found the tower.
The tower? What tower?
Not the tower. The ruin. They found the grandma.
They found she's hiding in a secluded castle.
Digital
Galley.
Circus isn't an anime. I just looked it up.
Yeah.
That's
wow,
right.
crazy. English VAs voice more than just anime. That's crazy.
Well, we were talking about anime up until this point, so I thought like, oh, you know, I only know anime. Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page. And then you bring up Digital Circus, and I'm like, what the hell is that?
It's okay. I'm the English VA guy. It's also a indie CG show, and it's actually pretty good.
You're the Western media representative.
I'll pop off for VAs like Steve Bloom. That's cool. Him being Lucius, that's cool. If you don't, for you, Soul. Steve Bloom was the Toonami guy.
What Toonami guy?
Oh my god.
The guy? You mean the guy?
The space dude.
The space dude. Yeah, that was that not Adult Swim? No, that was Toonami. No, I know. I remember Toonami.
Well, Toonami is part of.
His name was like Max or something. Anyway.
But yeah, Steve Bloom is the voice actor.
Oh, that's actually cool.
Also, Grandma Base, she has an Arcanine.
Yeah, she has Windy, another
My boy.
Gen 1 English Pokemon name.
Yep, my boy. For those that don't know, Arcanine is literally my favorite Pokemon.
Oh, right.
Bar none.
Did I know that? I thought it was Mudkip.
That was forever ago. I've come to more appreciate this guy.
Really?
Mudkip's actually kind of low nowadays.
I thought you were a big fan of the letter Q unknown.
No.
What's your favorite
Incorrect.
letter of unknown?
I'd have to look at them all again.
I'm looking at them all again. Pokemon unknown letters.
I'm a big
Whatever one that
question
looks
mark
like it's like
fan.
running, that looks like it's running with legs. F, yeah, F is one of my favorite.
I'm a big fan. F is pretty good.
The question mark is also good.
Question marks. The exclamation point and question mark are just very funny because they look tired.
H looks like a steering wheel.
It does. No, it looks like a TIE fighter.
A TIE fighter? Aunt May from Spider-Man PS4. I should play that.
But it's a good PS4. Spider-Man PS4 is very good. I have not played the other one because I'm not one of the 7 people who has a PS5. No, F is actually pretty good. I do like it.
Okay. I would write my name in unknown letters, but that's too much effort right now. We gotta talk about Pokemon.
Yeah.
So, I don't understand how people can root for the villain antagonist but hate other characters for existing. Villains have motivation, can be forgiven. If you're talking about Dom's hate for Sango, it is not related to her.
It's not due to the fact that she is a villain. She could be a good guy, and I'd probably still hate her.
Yeah, what he
if
said.
She acts like this.
What he said.
If she acts like this, I'd probably still hate her.
Don't commit the sin of being annoying. Couldn't have said it better myself, Michael. So anyway, they finally meet up with Grandma.
Michael, that's the problem. She's a villain and also commits the sin of being annoying.
So anyway, they finally meet up with Grandma.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going on this a bit too long.
We find out about Grandma's backstory, about how she was an adventurer and she looked into the anime thing happened where Grandma spent her entire life trying to research this whole thing, and her granddaughter, Liko, just kind of stumbled on to it and made more progress in 5 episodes than she did in her entire life.
Yeah, so the thing we should mention as well is so the reason she had the pendant was she found it in her parents' attic, just in a briefcase. It was the pendant.
I think
like
that's a later episode, but
is it?
Is it?
I brought it up here.
No, I don't have any screenshot. It has to be here. Either way, it's in this batch of episodes, so talk about it.
Yeah, so she finds the pendant, some photos, and Lucius's like adventure log, essentially like his journal about what he was doing. And
in her attic, so I'm like, oh well, Lucius is definitely like Liko is definitely a descendant of Lucius at this point, right?
Yeah.
We'll see later on, you know, they got, you know, the same eye, you know, but you know, that's not right now.
You'll find the question will be answered momentarily.
It was like 40 more minutes.
Yeah. Okay, you really just showed me. But what is it? So yeah, then she's like, oh well, I want to figure this out.
Oh yeah, no, I have it in my notes. Grandma finds Lucius stuff in her attic, question mark. Liko and Lucius are definitely connected. At this point, I'm like, oh, that's Ash, right? That has to be Ash.
Yeah, he changed his name to Lucius.
Ash changed his name to Lucius, and this actually takes place, like, thousands of years after the original Pokemon series, where Ash became a legendary... No, that's not at all.
I don't know why people... I'll be honest. Like, it's funny, but I don't know why people are still grasping for straws for Ash. I think they did mention he might show up at some point,
Ash
but probably not.
Has to show up at some point, if only as, like, a one-episode cameo character. Like,
yeah.
I gotta know who won the Ash Bowl. I gotta know, man.
But also,
was it Misty or Dawn or Serena? Who was it?
It's absolutely a case right now where people are setting their expectations way too high. It happens, and then everyone's like, "Oh, that kind of sucked."
I personally don't want Ash yet. I would be okay if
fine
Ash
with him not showing up.
I mean, I'm okay that he. Sorry, go on. After 30 years of Ash, I'm okay with never seeing him again.
Yeah, but also if he shows up, it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, if he had like, if you know when you know in Pokemon Gold and Silver when you beat the game and in the post game you can find Red and then you have a fight and it's like a slight little cameo that's really impactful. That's what they got to do with Ash.
I think if they want to do a thing that doesn't make him entirely plot relevant but still makes him kind of important, is he is a champion in Kanto.
I was just about to say, like, he's like a league champion and that he's like the final boss.
Yeah, that'd be neat. Will it happen? I doubt it. But that is absolutely best case scenario. So it won't happen.
Not gonna happen.
But it would be neat.
Anyway, so we learn about Grandma's backstory and about how she's like, I've been researching this and I got nothing. And then they're interrupted by the explorers. And we actually have a really cool ass like fight like between episode 24 and 25. Like it's like animated really cool. You got Charizard terrestrializing.
There is a part where they animate Freed. They go so hard on animating Freed. It is so very obvious that the animators love Freed in this. He is their favorite character.
You know what? You're right. Now that I think about it,
he is the equivalent to Maya in the Phoenix Wright anime, where she's the only character that's actually animated.
But yeah, they have like this big animated. It's like it's animated well, but also like there's a lot of like moving pieces. Like they are like moving through the arc, and they're like, Freed's like, oh, I'm gonna go this way. You guys go back down there, you know, and I'm gonna distract this person. You're gonna move over there, you know. And then Freed uses terrestrialization, and then Liko and Roy are actually get super lucky and win a fight because they happen to fight, you know, a Pokemon that is, I think they fight
a Rhydon.
Yeah, they
a Rhydon and a Golduck, which Sprigatito actually gets a W for once.
Yeah, they fight Pokemon that they have a type advantage up against, so they actually do something. And then,
well, unfortunately, Fuecoco is holding the L for the first time now.
Yeah.
Because it's weak to water and ground.
But yeah, and then, you know, so they have this big, like, fight, and Liko and Roy actually get to do something, and Freed goes all in and is, like, super well animated. This is, like, definitely, like, the season finale. And then everybody's about to lose. And then from the sky, we get Captain Pikachu, and he's a bug, and he does some cool-ass shit, does a Thunder Punch. It's a cool, and then...
No, yeah, Call did bring up okay, finish your thing.
And then the Sango gets really effing mad and pulls out an electrode and self-destructs, and that's how the fight ends.
First off, it was a Glalie that exploded.
Glalie.
Second, you shouldn't have come back from that.
Yeah, nobody should have come back for that, but it's a cartoon. No, Ash got flamethrowered in the face every day for like a year.
I'm saying for my sake, she should have just been gone after that.
Oh.
Oh yeah, there was also a part we have kind of failed to mention the butler.
Let me see. Oh yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
butler
No,
is
that's in my notes for this section.
He's very prominent in the Explorers. He seems to be like the second in command almost. And like this part, he gets like very imposing. He has like a Dusknoir and stuff. And apparently he knows Diana, who is Liko grandma. I don't know if he said that either.
Ash is dead. He died 20 times.
True.
So yeah, Diana, Liko's grandma, knows the Explorers. Like the Explorers like approached her and was like, "Hey, we heard that you're looking into Lucius. We also are interested in looking into Lucius's backstory." So like, you know, we learn a bit about the Explorers, and they're like, and they have some connection to Lucius, and you know, maybe
And
they're not a bad guy. You know, maybe like they're not just a bad group that wants to kidnap Pokemon. They don't want to just. They didn't want to steal the Liko's pendant because it was worth money. They wanted to...
I don't know, man. When your boss is a giant, talking, imposing pillar,
okay,
you probably are evil.
Outside of your boss being an imposing talking pillar, I mean, honestly, I've had some bosses like that in the past.
When your boss is the Wizard of Oz.
They weren't inherently evil, but other than having the pillar, other than that, they're not necessarily the bad guys. Because again, they didn't want to steal Liko's pendant. I almost said Rico. Liko's pendant, because it's worth a lot of money. They wanted to steal it because it was connected to Lucius, and they have some sort of connection to Lucius, and they're looking for Lucius and his Pokemon. And it was at this point in the story where it's like, oh yeah, you know, it's like season finale, because the episode 25 is like the season finale of like Liko and Roy's departure arc.
Mm-hmm. Also, a cool thing they do bring up, going back to it because I forgot about it.
Do you think the big bag
Edge
is pulling a Wizard of Oz?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I do think it's cool that they like bring up and put it into battle things that Amethyst Ceruledge has weak armor, which is very cool. Bless.
Thanks.
But yeah, having weak armor and like it actually using that to its advantage is very cool. and Free literally going out of his way to not try and activate weak armor by not hitting it with a physical move.
Oh yeah, you did that thing where like, after the third time you sneeze, I'm not saying bless you, get your shit together.
That's your own fault.
That's
You're on your own at that point.
I'm in pain, please.
Yeah, these are pretty
But yeah, so what is the connection? Are they actually a bad guy? Or are they just, you know, or do they know Lucius and are they trying to, you know, bring him home, or are they trying to help him? Like, why? Like, obviously they meet in a dark room and they scheme and they kidnap stuff, but like, they're obviously like the bad guy
mean
group.
anything.
But they're not just like, you know, they're not like Team Rocket, Team Plasma, you know, Team Magma kind of bad. They're just like, you know, they potentially have a, you know, a well-minded end goal in sight.
Yeah. Also, a point out that we forgot back when Diana was.
Wait.
About,
You know the giant pillar who's probably pulling a Wizard of Oz?
Oops.
What if he's Ash?
Oh my god. Solved it. Case closed. Pack it up.
Sorry, go on.
So, Diana mentions before explorers show up. Or no. It's after the fight, which we're at now.
Are we in the next
like,
episode?
Not yet, because there's one part where Diana's like, all right, I'm coming along with you guys. Also, we got the other Pokemon we're looking for are a Lapras, a Kleavor, and an Entei.
Yeah. So we find out the other three Lucius's Pokemon. I thought that was in 26, not 25, but they might have I think they mentioned it twice.
No, it's 25.
I remember
events and it says that.
Yeah, I remember 26 was kind of like they just said everything again because it's the beginning of a new season.
Yeah, also, dang, Lucius has got a stacked team.
Yeah, so we know of we have the Olive Branch Pokemon and the British Fire, British Moltres, and we know the existence of the shiny Rayquaza. But now we know, what was it? Entei, Lapras,
Entei, Kleavor, and a Lapras.
What's Kleavor?
It is the Hisuian evolution for Scyther.
I'm looking it up.
You should know. You played Arceus.
I did not play very much of Arceus.
Oh, okay. That's a good game.
Okay. That's a weird random, like, he's got a stacked team except for the Olive Branch and this random Scizor evolution. Scyther evolution.
Now, Cleaver is actually a pretty good Pokemon. I've never used an Arboliva, so I don't know, but it's got a good ability.
A violent creature that fells towering trees with crude axes and shields itself with hard stone. If one should chance upon this Pokemon in the wilds, one's only recourse is to flee. So I guess it's kind of presented as, like, powerful. It can chop down a tree with one.
It's got rock axes for hands. You gonna say that's not strong?
Yeah. They also have, like, a flashback of, like, the world of Pokemon. And look, I saw that in real life.
Wow.
Navoria Borealis. You hate that?
Huh?
I said I saw that in real life, and you said I hate that.
I did not say that.
Okay.
I said I've been there. That's what I said.
Wait, you've been what? Have you seen?
No, you said the land of Pokemon, and you said something about that, and you were like, I saw that, and I was like, I've been there.
Oh, okay. I know what would happen. No, I mean I've seen an Aurora Borealis in real life.
Yeah.
That was in the intro to episode 1. Oh yeah. They might have just shown this again, like this stock footage of like the world of Pokemon.
Yeah. What is it? I was gonna say something.
I was gonna say something too.
I'm using Cleaver right now, and when I'm in my Indigo Disc team, and it's actually pretty good.
Nice.
It has a really good signature move. It's a physical stone move, a rock move that also puts down stealth rocks when you attack.
Okay, that's cool. I know stealth rocks are good. Okay, I believe you. And at least the Oliva. Sorry.
Oh, it also gets I think its hidden ability is what is it called? I forget what the name of the ability is, but it increases damage of any move that like slices, so like Psycho Cut. Its moves, I think it's called Stone Axe, and then like any move that like slices, it just does increased damage. It's like Iron Fist, but for slicing moves.
Okay, nice. And I was gonna say Oliva was like not just a regular Oliva; it was like a giant Oliva.
Yeah, it's big.
So the Galarian or Hisuian Scyther might be good. Lucius was the narrator in episode 1. I don't know if I would say confirm, but
same voice actor.
Did we hear any of Lucius? Oh no, I think we hear. Oh no. Yeah, that's later. We're not at that part yet. Anyway,
we'll get there.
Have anything to say about the fight at the tower? I like that fight.
It's such a cool fight. Animators went hard, very clearly showing that they have like Freed favoritism. I'm fine with that. Freed's a sick character.
And then
that's neat.
Okay, so then
they show Garganackle, my Minecraft Salt Tower. I love that guy.
Minecraft Salt Tower. Oh yeah, the guy who's made out of blocks. I remember.
Yeah, although I don't like how they portrayed him, because like all the Pokemon just being hit with salt and like not very much being in pain. I was like, don't do my boy like this. He's not evil. He's a good boy.
They explain in the original Pokemon anime. That's this guy behind the wide shoulders dude.
Yeah.
But they explain that, like, in the original Pokemon anime, that Pokemon aren't evil. They just listen to their master's orders.
Yep.
So.
I will say, for Sango, Glalie is an interesting choice. That's cool.
I'm just gonna say I'm pretty sure it's mostly aesthetically people like her. I don't know if there's a huge fan base of her personality.
I can't stand her.
ProZD voices Onyx the wide shoulders dude. I can see it.
No, that tracks. That makes sense.
I had the choice to do what is right and what was easy, and I chose poorly. Every day I've lived. I can't do that bit.
All
right. Just look up the voice acting challenge that ProZD did.
Oh, but also like. Onyx is, I mean, he doesn't really do a lot either.
He hasn't done anything yet.
He's kind of just a dude.
Anyway, next episode batch time. That was again, I talked about it last stream. This is something that was episode 1 to 25 is called Liko and Roy's Departure, and 26 to question mark is called The Shining Terapagos. So that's an official like end of the season. Again, would have been nice if we cut our discussion there, but we didn't know. Because last time we talked, we didn't even know that they were going to separate different seasons. Anyway, whatever. So we start a new season, and I have good news and bad news. What do you want first?
Start with good.
The new opening's so goddamn good.
It's so good.
Hashire, da na 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 na. So good. Like, listen, I liked. I wasn't a huge fan of the first opening, but it did grow on me. It was kind of like a yeah, it was like a like
a upbeat, happy.
Yeah, it was it was a like a Liko character song about, you know, talking about her and her insecurities and whatnot.
Yeah, but now it's like it's more like a whole team thing.
Also, that first opening did have one of my favorite parts. Did have one of my favorite like things that anime openings do, where they have one of the characters sing a line.
Oh yeah.
Because in this part of the opening, Liko like scrolls by the screen as she sings this line and part of the song. So
yeah, cool.
Opening 1 is good, but opening 2 is so good. It has such cool ass animation. It starts with like flashbacks of everyone being babies, and then they're like, oh, then showing like where they are now. It's so good. Like you have this little thing of like Roy being insecure, and then it switches to him, you know, with his new team, and it's good.
Yeah.
And then
that's the song I prefer, Dokimeki Diary, but opening 2 is Peak True.
Hello, hello.
It's really good.
I think
Hello.
Hello. That's the name of the song.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Hello. And also had some part with Amethyst, and implying that he's gonna be like have some character development.
Yeah.
Like it's like a really like I love the lighting in this opening. Like you can see
it's so well.
Like
it's real good. They went hard on this one.
They didn't have to drop such fire, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I also like how the team is called OLM Team Kanto, because the production studio is OLM. So the subsidiary of OLM that makes the Pokemon is OLM Team Kanto. Or
it's
Kato.
Kato.
Okay, never mind. I can't read. Yeah, anyway, there's also Lucius. From the opening, it looked like Lucius was a girl, but then that very same episode, it doesn't.
It does not. It is incorrect.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Yeah. Suddenly going to family Lucius. Yeah, it's super good. Good stuff.
Good. You get shots of every one of their Pokemon. That's where the thumbnail is from, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a really good opening. I could definitely it's definitely a twerkable song.
What's the bad news?
What is the bad news?
Was that the bad news?
No, that was the good news. You asked for the good news first.
I know.
Bad news is there's a bunch of filler. Like pretty much like episode like 26 to like 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 episodes, which isn't that bad, but like the bad news is there's a lot of boring filler episodes.
This one I kind of understand, because you kind of have to have like, because at this point they have not really like brought up like Terapagos that much. Well, I mean they have for the obvious stuff, but now it's like, how does it actually react to the things around it?
Okay, so in episode 33, like something happens with the turtle, and that is related to the DLC, and the theory is that they added in that they reordered some episodes and added in some extra episodes, so episode 33 could release on the same day as the DLC for Pokemon to use as an advertising. So that's why people think that they're... And I agree with that theory. It does really feel like... Why they never have had so many, like, slice of life episodes back to back. Like, it's usually, like, 2, maybe 3, but this is, like, 5 episodes back to back. Some of it I liked, yeah. So 26, do you have anything
It's
to
filler, but it's definitely filler. Like, that's not, obviously it is. Like, I'm not gonna argue that.
Yeah.
But I still say there's like still some good point.
Yeah, there's
for having filler for reasons, but this one is kind of just like, obviously there's the thing of, well, no, there's something kind of happens here that like they like learn to understand.
Yeah, so 26, it's just basically like a soft reset. Like, it's just like reintroducing all the characters and reintroducing Liko and Terapagos's personality, and they get some information from their grandma, and they get this old picture of Lucius, and Liko gets a belt as like, this is Lucius's belt. I found this in my attic. Don't ask questions you're not prepared to handle the answer to. And
I was about to bring that part up. So
Liko gives Brigatillo a surprise hug.
Also, I gotta say, why she have that belt over her jacket? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, you think the belt was gonna fit underneath the jacket? Did you see how big that goddamn belt is?
I mean, it's a belt. You can adjust it.
It doesn't look like it's adjustable.
I think you're a coward.
I think you're a coward.
But also, yeah, a kind of important thing in this episode actually is they bring up Rakua, which is like one of the big things that like one of the main goals here.
Not to be confused with Dakuen, completely separate thing. Dakuen is just the Japanese word for like paradise, or like the Xanadu, the thing that they were trying to get to in Xenoblade 2 that were also going. It's a thing in Japanese media where people are trying to get to the promised land.
Sure,
but
what you said just now. I don't understand. Yeah, go ahead.
But it's just it sounds very similar to the Japanese word dakuen, dakura. It sounds very similar to dakuen, and the Japanese word dakuden basically refers to, like, the promised land, the Xanadu, the paradise, stuff like that. Yeah. And
this is their One Piece.
It's the One Piece. It's a thing in Japanese media. They went to their goal for Xenoblade 2 is that they wanted to get to Xanadu, and I think that was also in Shakugan no Shana. Although, speaking of old otaku stuff, I realized that Shakugan no Shana is like 20 years old at this point. Let me see. Shakugan, because I heard the opening and I'm like, oh man, that's really nostalgic. When did this come out? 2005? That's almost 20 years old. I was joking when I said it was 20 years old. The first season of
terrible news.
The first season of Shakugan no Shana anime started airing October 2005.
Dang.
Anyway,
rapidly.
You young whippersnappers, I can't do an old man voice other than my natural speaking voice. Dakua is real. So yeah, there's a question of, is Lucius alive or not? Because yeah, it was 1,000 years ago, and he went to Rakua, and the question is Rakua like a real place that can make people immortal, or is it just a euphemism for the afterlife? So, and we know Terapagos wants to go to meet Lucius, and they kind of mention like, maybe Lucius is alive, maybe he isn't, but let's not crush this small turtle's hopes and dreams by saying the person you want to meet is dead. Let's keep let's keep leading him on.
Some connection. Yeah, Terapagos obviously has some connection to
Lucius.
A lot of things for Lucius, because it also
because
was the reason that like memories were showing up for him.
Yeah, it talked to like the Galarian Moltres and was like, "Hey, buddy, you remember me? We're friends." And then Moltres is like, "Oh yeah, you're right." And he's like, "You should go in the ball." And he's like, "Yeah, okay, I will."
Okay. But yeah, so clearly all of this is connected. So they're like, "Oh, the turtle is more special than we thought. It's not just DLC sales."
The Madame Zeroni theory. Explain that while I explain the rest of this filler episode.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
There's also a side plot in episode 26 where, the grass cat is mad that, you don't need me anymore now that you have that stupid turtle. And then...
I want attention. It's just being a cat.
just being a cat, and then they make up and they hug and they kiss and make up and yay.
It's kind of just reiterating the thing of like Liko needs to understand
Yeah, it's
everybody's
just
feelings at once.
there's stuff that happens in this episode, but it's mostly just a soft reset to just re-explain to people who are just jumping into the series now to explain what's going on.
Yeah, not a lot happens, but you know they still give a here's like now the goal.
Yeah. Anyway, next episode's great. So they go is because this is a dot episode.
This is a good filler.
This is like good shit. Yeah, so
back in Galar looking for Rayquaza.
So Dot got a lead online that Rayquaza's in Galar, and it turns out to be a fake news because the explorers are dumping a bunch of fake info online to throw the Rising Volt tacklers off the trail of Lucius and the legendary 6 Pokemon.
You think people would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
Again, Dom. It's only fiction. It's not real. You know, nobody would ever do that
actually.
in real life.
Yeah, exactly.
Next, you're gonna tell me that cats can actually shoot waves of leaf blades out of their face.
Maybe yours doesn't.
Anyway, it's a cute Dot episode because Dot's feeling sad because
He's overthinking every little possible outcome.
Yeah, she wants to be useful to the team, and she's like, man, I fell for that fake news again. Like, how could this happen? I'm going back to the ship. Fuck all of you.
I have a question now, though.
But then they're like, oh, Dot, no, come enjoy, eat curry together, and they have a cute episode. What's your question?
Yeah. Well, yeah, first off, yeah. Hey, remember Galar and curry? Oh.
Was that a Galar thing?
You made curry in the camps.
I know you made some. Oh, yeah, it was curry in the camps.
Yeah.
They had an episode where they ate sandwiches in Paldea, and now they have curry.
Yeah, that's just how it. Yeah. What was it? Nope,
okay.
It's gone.
Well, while you think about that, to explain my theory, in an old movie called Holes, I have PTSD about Holes.
Like,
they made me read that in
Shia
middle
LaBeouf
school.
Movie?
They made me read Holes in middle school, and I hated it.
I also read that book.
There was a plot where the protagonist's character failed to keep his promise to an old lady, and in the present, the protagonist indirectly fulfills it.
Yeah. Well, this time it feels more direct, at least.
Oh, for the adventurers?
Oh, the explorers?
Yeah, the explorers, where they are trying to fulfill someone's promise by or Terapagos is trying to fulfill someone's promise. It could be anything. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Dom, are you cold? You're out here in the snow, and all you got is a loose t-shirt. Actually, you have an undershirt, too.
Yeah, I'll live. What was it? My question. Is Dot the one giving them all the money for to keep the airship afloat? Is her ad revenue keeping this ship alive?
Don't think about Pokemon. And Pokemon capitalism doesn't exist. You just have to admit that.
Is Dot chilling to raid Shadow Legends?
In Pokemon capitalism, the Pokemon world, capitalism doesn't exist in the same way that we think that it does on Earth. Because, like, especially in the anime, like, the Pokemon centers, you are just free and you can heal Pokemon indefinitely. And how do the Pokemon centers get any money? Are there taxes? Are the adults paying the taxes? I don't know. And then in the anime, the Pokemon centers also serve as, like, free hotels. Episode 35 delves into that. Okay, I've not seen that. But yeah.
Oh wait, episode 35 came out? I didn't know that.
I
thought they were still on hiatus.
No, they just came back from hiatus last last Friday. Episode 35 came out on the 12th.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet then.
I haven't seen it yet either. Anyway,
we'll get there when we get there. No spoilers, please.
Yeah, no spoilers up to, if it wasn't obvious, no spoilers up to the top episode that is in the stream title.
Mm-hmm. Oh, also a funny thing that happens in this episode. Roy sees like a snake-like thing in the trees, and then goes to see. He's like, "Oh, that's totally Rayquaza, right?" Goes out. It's an Onyx. Good callback to Sword and Shield, where like you see an Onyx in the wild area, and it's 20 levels higher than anything you have.
Oh, was that a reference? That's funny.
I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it's pretty funny.
Anyway, it's a good episode. I like Dot and being a character. Dot doesn't show up too often, but oh yeah, we're also talking like how does Freed have a job? Does Olio? How do they get money to repair the ship and get all this food? But if they go into that, it's Dot's.
It's Dot's ad revenue.
Yeah, because Dot makes a comment like, "Oh, thanks for giving me." Dot like talks to the Pokemon, the other YouTuber Pokemon trainer.
Iono, the best character.
Iono.
She's so funny, dude.
And Dot's like, yeah, thank you for giving me that sponsorship deal. You know, I really needed the money. And I'm like, you needed the money for what? What do you spend money on, Dot?
Same equipment. She needs those ring lights, dude.
You have the ring lights. You don't need more.
The newest ones just came out.
Anyway, it's a good episode.
Also, the explorers do show up at some point. Like it's like kind of minor, but like they're like, oh, we should go after Rayquaza.
Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, because like they also put the fake info online. Then 28 is the worst filler episode I've ever seen in my entire life, and I wanted to false. It's one of the worst. 28 and 30 are really bad, but 28 is like
it's definitely not a lot happens. You get like very very minor
Diana stuff, yeah.
But yeah, like that's about it.
Like they were like, oh, this guy, you know, he might know this antique shop runner, he might know about the, you know, ancient Pokeball, and they show him the ancient Pokeball, and he's like, I don't know anything about it, and then he steals it, and then they gotta run around for like 20 minutes trying to find him. And then they find him, and he's like, sorry for stealing it, and then they move on with their life.
Oh, no, yeah.
Like,
no, I do like that. Like, cause yeah, like it was one of Diana's. You find out the dude's like one of Diana's old.
Yeah, there's something they tried.
Friend.
They tried to make a little arc of like the guy's like, oh, you know, I used to be an adventurer, and now I'm just a petty thief because I couldn't make it, but now I'm inspired by your story to go not be a bad person anymore. And I'm just like,
also, please don't have your dog straight up incinerate me.
That too.
Diana like straight up was like, I'm gonna have my dog murder you if you keep doing this.
I'm gonna have my dog unalive your ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not like a crazy amount. I do think it's funny at one point Freed has to deal with the consequences of his actions.
that was the part where it was kind of frustrating and awesome because they were like running around in circles for like 20 minutes trying to find this dude, and then Freed destroys an entire like shopping street, and he has to like stop and help clean up. And I'm like, it's funny, but like, oh my god, I want this episode to be over.
It's very obviously like an excuse to like have it so like Freed can't just save the day. I say that, and then Pikachu shows up anyway and saves the day anyway.
Yeah, it's not like unwatchable. At least there's dialogue in this episode.
People speak.
Which is more than I can say about some other episodes.
I will say though, at this point, I was kind of like getting kind of weird about Diana, because it was like she's doing things, but not a lot more than like, because like they built her up for like so long, and she's kind of just here, not doing too much.
Yeah, I was
like,
confused.
She kind of does something here, but like
she kind of
like
becomes
in the Furry episode. She speaks twice.
Yeah, like she kind of becomes part of the team, but she doesn't do anything, and then she leaves. So
spoilers.
It's on episode 34. Anyway, the next episode, they have a reference to Legends of Arceus that I do get.
Yeah.
Where they...
I don't... Okay, well...
This episode, 29, is a good episode. Would you have
It's okay, but it brings, like, a really unnecessary piece of drama for, like, 30 seconds.
What was it? Oh, where Olio was gonna leave?
Yeah, they thought, like, she was gonna leave. But...
She was never gonna leave. I knew she was never gonna leave. Everybody...
Everybody knew it, so it was just weird. It's like, why are you bringing this piece up? Like, it's not gonna happen.
But yeah, 29 is a fine episode because I like Olio. I like her vibe. I like how she has a Metagross that we actually can see. I love. Have I ever mentioned in Pokemon, in the Pokemon anime? I love how in flashbacks, when characters are younger, you can tell that the scene is in the past because their partner Pokemon is in a pre-evolved form.
Yeah.
Like, she has a Metagross now, and then in flashbacks, when she was working in, like, construction, like, the Metagross was the previous evolution. I forget its name.
Matang.
Matang.
Yep.
So, that's just
It's
some
cool.
fun Pokemon anime
yeah,
continuity that I like.
Yeah, this episode's good because it also gives, like, it goes back to, hey, why is Oreo doing all the things she's doing?
Yeah, she gives some details of, like, you know, I was inspired, you know, I was bored with life, and then, you know, this dude that I
It
knew
gives
from
me a
college.
challenge.
I was bored in life, and then this dude that I knew from college told me to build a boat into a plane, and I did it, and it was effing cool, and it gave me the spark to live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, I think her name is Kana.
Yeah. Also, Olio
Uh,
nerds out because, you know, she goes to this Pokeball factory, and this girl has no idea what she's doing, and she's like,
She's not. She doesn't know how maintenance works.
I'm gonna show this girl the ropes.
Mhm. Also, totally got thrown off because I forgot what Magby's Japanese name was.
Oh yeah, I think I don't remember when I knew what Magby's Japanese
I
name.
knew it. I knew it. I just forgot about it. And then
Booby.
when they just said
Booby?
that, I'm like, oh,
His
right.
name
I
is
forgot.
Booby. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. His name is Booby.
Yeah, I just forgot. I was like, oh, right. I forgot about that.
Also, a funny scene of Roy testing out a bunch of, like, prototype Pokeballs, like the boomerang ball.
They better put some of those in the next game. I'm telling you,
This would be funny.
it would be. Some, like, obviously,
It would
like,
be.
they're
Some
not
of them
gonna
would be helpful, actually, and
Uh-huh.
like Legends of Arceus style, like throwing Pokeball catching stuff.
Also, the one she was, like, mass producing. I just like the look of those ones. They should put those in the game.
Which ones? Oh,
The
like the
ones that,
silver
like,
one?
Yeah, the silver and blue one that, like, she was the reason that her machine was on the fritz.
Let me spend 20 minutes downloading this image. I don't know why the computer does not. I fixed my YouTube problem. I had to update and adjust my ad blocker. I mean, my YouTube premium subscription. But yeah, it's this. Whoop. Hold on.
Yeah, that one.
Having
That looks
some
cool.
technical difficulties. Okay, yeah, it's a cool Pokeball.
Hand that over. Yeah, that was also a fun, like, Hisui callback. It's like, hey, here's, like, a really old Pokeball.
Yeah, I was like, I had got
Something
that.
I didn't know was that instead of, like, it automatically opening, you had to unlock it. I
You had to, like,
I didn't realize.
unscrew it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very fun.
I don't know if they ever did like an
I
anime
don't think they mentioned that
arc,
in the show.
or I don't
or
know
the
if they
game.
ever did like an anime arc of Hisui when that game was new.
There was a couple of
Oh yeah,
there
like
was, a
anime shorts. Yeah,
there
I
was a couple
remember.
short. Yeah, there was a couple of shorts.
So it's a fun episode. And then the next
Yeah.
episode is.
Well, you forgot they had a bunch. They Roy pissed off a bunch of Galar wheezing.
Oh yeah, and then they got unpissed off because they like to eat smoke or whatever.
Yeah, they eat the bad smoke and make good smoke.
Galarian Weezing's
Yeah, that's-
weird because he's supposed
It's
to
a
be.
very strange Pokemon, but it's kind of neat.
Yeah, because you look at him and he's like, oh, he represents, you know, global warming and whatever because he has those smoke towers. But no, it's actually the opposite. He eats things that come out of smoke towers and turns them into carbon neutral materials.
Yeah, that's where the fairy comes in.
Don't worry
It's
about it.
magic.
Also, I think it was that and Corsola being like dead coral was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Galar had some cool
concepts, yeah.
concepts, especially for like its like the fossil Pokemon were very fun. A lot of the Galar forms were pretty neat, except for Mr. Mime. No, I still think Mr. Rhyme is like fun.
Mr. Rhyme?
I like him, but like
Oh,
Yamask-
top of the one,
Yamask-
do you? That's not British.
No, Yamask is the way to evolve it is very annoying, but Runaregis is a very cool Pokemon.
Oh, yeah. As Kafagurius is one of my favorite Pokemon, I like Runaregis. Now can I complain about episode 30?
What? Episode 30 was great. What are you talking about?
That had one frame that I enjoyed, and it was Shuckle Dab.
You're crazy. You're insane. Episode 30 is great. It's so cute.
Okay, I guess okay, maybe I might be a little off. I mean, okay, I understand how people could enjoy episode 30, but going off the
There was
heels
no
of
action in it, therefore it was bad.
No, listen. If episode 30 was anywhere else in the series, I'm sure I would have been fine with it. But while I was like marathoning the series, I just watched episode 26, 27, 28, 29, 4 episodes back in a row that did absolutely nothing. And this is like the most nothing happens episode in the entire time. A teacup shows up and they gotta go solve the mystery of the teacup, even though we already know the answer. Like, we see Teacup making a mess, and then they spend the entire episode figuring out why does the Teacup make a mess.
Who cares? It was cute.
Yeah, it was cute. The little
They have a little nighttime shindig.
yeah,
It's awesome.
the underground Pokemon cockfighting fight club that they got.
Also, this episode made me appreciate Shuckle in multiple new ways.
Shuckle Deb.
I like Shuckle.
Shuckle Deb.
That is not a dab. I don't know.
That is 100% a dab. As much as Shuckle can dab, that is a dab.
You're crazy.
As Shuckle, for a creature that cannot move its limbs very well, that is as much of a dab as Shuckle can possibly get. I don't know what more you want from him.
He could have moved its head down. Also, both of its arms are moving up. They are not crossed in any fashion.
No, they're going the same
Also,
direction. They're
Dot
going the
putting
same.
straw. Also, Dot putting a straw in the Shuckle and drinking from there was very funny.
Back when I thought that they were milking Shuckle, I thought that was gross. But now that I know that it's juice that Shuckle has in its shell, not gross. I thought like when I was watching that scene, that was the equivalent of like sticking a straw in a cow's udder and
Also,
go on.
a dab does not function with both of your arms being pointed towards the air. That is not how that works.
That is exactly how a dab works.
No, they have to be diagonal over your face.
Well, Shuckle can't move his head down.
You're insane. This could not have stretched any. You could not be stretching this any further than.
Listen,
Poltergeist's body.
they already got rid of the Falco and Corrin dab from Smash 4 to Ultimate. Please, I don't have any dabs left.
Absolutely not. Luigi literally dabs in Mario and Rabbids. You can say that. Although maybe you shouldn't associate anything with Ubisoft nowadays.
Anyway. So, I don't know. I guess
I did not realize Poltergeist's name was Pot Death in...
Pot Desu?
Yeah. Pot Death in friggin' Japan.
Anyway, anything... Yeah, the Teapot episode was fine. I might rewatch it when the dub comes out and give it another try.
It's just cute. Like, obviously, no story progression happens. Who cares? Pokemon are doing cute things, and that is what this show is mostly about.
The show is mostly about plot
Pokemon.
progression, though. Lico's character arc and finding the legendary 6 heroes.
You could still have the funny animals do the funny things.
No, I agree.
You're just a hater.
I agree that if this episode was anywhere else, it's like the Malduk episode, where, you know, if it was anywhere else other than right in front of a lot of other episodes, then it would have been better.
Also, Claudia is right. They don't really focus on the Pokemon themselves that often.
Yeah.
So having this was very nice to see.
And I've liked Celebi time travels. Anyway, I've liked other Pokemon centered episodes. Remember that one episode from the original anime where the Pokemon just talk and they have like subtitles for the Pokemon and they have like full on human conversations?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I don't know. I think I like this more than that, but that's still funny.
Steam powered Pokeball. Huh. Oh, goodbye with 31's sick. You're already showing it. This Lapras goes hard.
I was gonna say, yeah, 31. Again, compared to the episodes that came before it, I really enjoyed this episode. Maybe things would have been better, because again, that pot episode was right behind 4 other filler episodes, so like, you know, if it was anywhere else in the series, I would have liked it better. But conversely, or the oppositely, I'm out of words. Yeah, I love the like the mystery episode, like the murder mystery of like finding out about the secret of Lapras.
Yeah, the hook scene was pretty good too.
Yeah, the cold open where like these sailors are lost in a mist and Lapras leads them out and they're like, Lapras? We're looking for a Lapras. Did you just say Lapras? Lapras? Lapras!
Yeah, we're looking for one of those.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, this Lapras is apparently like, you know, helping sailors out, get out of the mist.
Inversely.
Shows up every. Yeah, let's just show up. There's like a bunch of fog's been showing up around these trade routes. So we got, but like, oh, this Lapras is helping us out. That's pretty cool. And we're like, hey, we're looking for a Lapras. Maybe it's the Lapras we're looking for.
Yeah, and then like,
so they go and find it.
It's a good mystery because like the viewer also doesn't know what's going on. We obviously know like, hey, that's the legendary Lapras, but like, why is this fog happening, and why is Lapras helping people out of it? And they're also like, yeah, we also lost a lot of our materials in the fog, but it's fine as long as we're alive.
Also, I thought Floatzel would be a lot taller than that. I just assumed.
I don't know.
He was very short compared to those people.
I don't know if I have a Floatzel screenshot, but yeah, I agree.
Oh, well, they were just a lot shorter than I anticipated. I thought Floatzel would be like, just not that short. Then again, people also thought that Lucario was taller than it is, but it's actually 4'11", 3'11".
Yeah.
People should look up the life-size Lucario plush. The images for it are very funny.
But yeah, going back on Charizard, like, Charizard is supposed to be like 5 feet tall, but like in the anime, it's as tall as Freed. So either Freed is really short, or they made Charizard big so Freed could jump on his back and ride him around like a dragon.
Moment. Let's go.
What?
Freed short king moment. Let's go.
Yeah, you know, maybe Freed's just short. He only hangs out around a bunch of kids, so maybe that's why he hangs out with the kids, so he can feel tall. In comparison. I mean, that's why I hang out with you, honestly. Oh. I'm kidding. Kidding, but you know, let's...
I'm used to it. I'm 5'8" and I know it. I don't care.
Yeah, it's okay.
I just noticed you put me down. I think the size varies like people. Well, yeah. No, that's been a thing since like
Yeah, I said
since Let's Go. That's been a thing, and it's been more prominent in Arceus.
Let's Go where?
And yeah, haha.
Wait, you just said Let's Go. Where are we going?
In Let's Go, in the video games Pokemon Let's Go and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
Let's go where though?
I don't know.
Where
Pikachu, maybe Pikachu and Eevee now.
Young man, where exactly are we going? Okay, anyway. Can you hear that goat sound? Actually, I don't think you can hear their goat sound. You know, I think Discord cuts out every goat sound. You could definitely hear it.
I am 4'11". You'll fit right. You'll be best friends with the Lucario. Is it? Hold on. How tall is Lucario?
Reminder, I have another stream in an hour.
3'11".
Life. I typed in Life S, and the first result was life-size Lucario plush. So either that's a very common thing, or Google's listening to me. Oh, there he is. He's a short king. Why do they have him posed so weirdly? Stalking this young woman. Okay, anyway. I'm the exact same height as Mascara. That's funny. I don't know if actually Google does hear you. I definitely did an experiment one time. I forget what it was. I think I was talking about like grapes. Like we were having, like I was like, okay, to test it, let's talk about grapes, and then go to Facebook, and then like the second Facebook ad we saw was grapes. So yes. But that's usually why I have my microphone muted when I'm not using it. Dom? 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 Did he say B or B? Who ordered all this effing anime, titty? Use your microphone to collect data, yeah. That's why you just unplugged the microphone. Meow, 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 meow. Dom? Dom, I have a stream in an hour, Dom? Dom, we're almost done, Dom! Dom! Did not BRB. There's no way. You get your ass back here, you son of... you rat bastard. So the phrase "rat bastard" implies that there are weddings in the rat world, and that it is shamed upon that rats are born out of wedlock. Like, have you ever been to a rat wedding? Have you ever been to a rat wedding? Like, unless all rats are bastards, because no rats get married. But no, for the term rat bastard to exist, there has to be rats that are not bastards. So, you have to conclude that there are rat weddings. And how do I get invited to a rat wedding? Is that where Dom went? You went to a rat wedding without me? I'm still streaming, right? Oh, maybe it might. Oh, maybe it might. Oh, maybe it might. No? I'm still streaming. Dom is no longer with us. We're going to talk about Pokemon. To ring Dom's phone. I don't know if it's urgent enough to do that. I don't. But anyone got a rat wedding invitation? I would love it. I would absolutely.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you did BRB. Did you say BRB?
I should have.
How? Effing, I was like, I just said that I have a stream in an hour. We gotta hurry this up. There's no way that he BRB'd, but he did BRB.
Yeah.
You rat bastard.
How dare you? I'm not a rat.
And that's why we're talking about rat weddings, because the phrase rat bastard implies that there are rats that are not born out of wedlock, which implies that there are rat weddings.
Oh, I see.
I feel like when you make it big, someone will start the joke of us being in your basement.
I hope so.
That's where I keep everybody else.
Oh.
Until I get a rat wedding invitation, that's where they're staying. Anyway, I have a stream in an hour. We gotta hurry this up. And I still have to fold laundry before the next stream. So we have a fun mystery about finding Lapis. And I just have to say, I'm impressed that they keep finding ways to make these 6 legendary Pokemon interesting, like, every time. Like, because I thought it would be, like, very formulaic. Like, oh, we make the legendary Pokemon's evil, we make friends with the legendary Pokemon, and then we capture them, and then we move on with our day. Like, they could have definitely easily made it formulaic. But they haven't, because the first 2 times that it happens, it kind of just comes out of nowhere in the middle of another plot line. Like, the Olive Branch shows up during, like, the forest fire, and the Galarian Fire shows up while they're looking for the grandma. So, those are interesting. And then Lapras is, like, a big mystery. So, yeah. I'm definitely looking forward.
Too.
Wait, did you say BR back again?
Yes, because I think I'm fixing a circuit right now. I think one of the circuits broke in our house.
I'll finish this Pokemon discussion without you.
just keep going. Okay, I'll catch up.
Anyway, yeah, I like, I'm sad that there's only 2 more legendary Pokemon to get, because, after, they have 3, and then the other 2 are the Caesar alternate form and, Entei, and then they already know about, Rayquaza. But yeah, it kind of ended, and I also like how, we get, like, we find out that the reason that, you know, there's a fog, they do a mystery, you know, everyone puts their heads together. We got Liko, we got Roy, we got Freed figuring it out, Dot I'm sure is somewhere on Google trying to figure it out. Summarize the Tumblr post, there's no stopping you. Go ahead. Unless it is obscene, and in which case, I can bonk you and you'll survive. But yeah, they find out, like, oh, the Lapras made the fog so his buddies could steal food. And that was just a big deploy in order to steal food. And then they find that out. They use Pikachu's Rising Volt Tackle in order to cause, like, a giant tornado to happen. to clear the fog, and then they find like, oh yeah, here are all the other Pokemon that Lapras is helping steal food, and then they have a pirate fight, and they have a big pirate fight, and I like it. I don't know how they have this big ship and they've never had like an opposing ship battle. I'm assuming that's forthcoming, but they have a big ship battle here, kind of. But yeah, and then from there, it's a little bit predictable where like they find out, oh, the reason Lapras was stealing food is because, you know, Lapras really needed the food for its friends, you know? And then they're like, stealing is good. Because, like, Liko like, grandma is like, you know, Pokemon and people, you know, they find many different ways to survive, you know? Like, we have our own values and morals in our human world, but the Pokemon have different values and morals in their world. So, you know, we shouldn't judge them for stealing. No, they were not saying stealing is good. They're just like, you know, we're not gonna judge the Pokemon for stealing. Like, whatever. Like, who are we to judge what a bunch of animals do in their spare time, you know? Murder, steal, pillage, like, whatever. I know she meant, like, Pokemon and humans live different lives, and they intersect in interesting ways, but it just came out as... stealing is cool, you should do it all the time. Do not clip that out of context.
Already done. We got a sting operation.
Yeah, I talked about the sting operation and about how Gliko's grandma makes a weird comment about how, like, stealing is cool. Where she's like, you know, maybe stealing is wrong in our human world, but, you know, the Pokemon have different value. The Pokemon in their world have different values and ideals, so, you know.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's just the case of, I mean, hey, they're stealing to just survive, so I guess who are we to judge?
I guess.
But
They're not condoning, they're not condoning stealing. They're just like, you know, in the human world, stealing is wrong, but, you know, Pokemon, you know, they're just, and they have a whole different other, you know, value and moral system. Lidrout and Quagsire, what are we talking about?
Oh yeah, when Quagsire uses the surf and Lo is literally, it starts piloting the ship.
Oh yeah,
Those are
that's
the
a
coolest
good
moments.
moment. Yeah, there's a lot of good moments. I'm trying to hurry it up because I gotta go.
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, stealing is cool. Liko's grandma said so. We get Lapras decides to all the Pokemon that Lapras is taking care of are like, hey, we got this, you know, do what you gotta go find your friend. We'll hold down the fort. And then Lapras is like, okay, I'll go. And then Lapras gets in the ball and we have a flashback. You know what? This is a little gender ambiguous. I'm willing to say it both ways.
Man, I wonder if they're related in any way.
Yeah, they're definitely, like, look at their eyes, and the thing in the attic, like, they're definitely, like, that's Liko's, like, ancestor.
Yeah, their eyes is what tipped me off for sure.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Liko or her grandma have, like, blue hair.
They sure have the same hair shape.
No, Liko had, the inside of Liko's hair is blue.
I said shape.
I said color.
Yes, but also literally look at their hair. Look at the back of their hair.
Oh, I see it.
Oh my god, this man has no eyes, actually.
I see it now. I see it. I see it now. It's always been inside of me, and now I've been so free. Someone said, gosh, I wish Pokemon was real. Then someone said, Beedrill's 3 feet tall. Oh god, you're right.
I think I will not.
And the first one plays something along the line of free healthcare and stuff, and Pokemon he would fight 100 Beedrill at once with only a butter knife for free healthcare. You can do that what you want, man. I don't.
That's the risk I'm willing to take.
Free healthcare is only gonna do so much when the pincer alone is like a foot and a half.
True.
But yeah, that's a cool, it's a cool little Lapras scene. And then we immediately get, like, some Amethio, scenes where, holy fudge, Rayquaza shows up out of effing nowhere. And then Amethio is like, I found Rayquaza, finally. And then, so Rayquaza and Amethio are, like, fighting, and they're, like, totally duking it out. This is episode 33.
Oh, wait, we did forget something.
What's up?
What Lucius says when he shows up in the memory.
He said,
Does he know?
does it smell like Updog in here?
Incorrect.
What does Lucius say?
He basically promises to the other Pokemon that I'm not gonna die. I'll be waiting here for you guys.
Oh, yeah. So I guess that does basically confirm that Rakua is not like the afterlife, and that it's a real place that we can get to. Maybe that's where Ash is.
Mm-hmm.
I won't die, yeah. I mean, you can say I won't die. That doesn't give you it. Saying I'm not gonna die doesn't give you immortality.
Speak for yourself.
Anyway, Amethio shows up. Amethio is, this guy who is kind of, like, going off on his own. Like, the, explorers are like, hey, you've effed up too many times. You can't even get a stupid turtle. Get the hell out of here. And he's like, I'm gonna go do my own thing. I'm gonna go find that stupid Rayquaza. I'm gonna fight him. And then he does. He actually, like, he tracks Rayquaza with, like, his two lackeys apart from the explorers, and he fights Rayquaza. And he gets his ass beat.
Yep.
He gets his ass beat. There are other things like being able to walk across the country on foot. I mean, if you are in Japan, like the, with the region, with how big the original Kanto and Hoenn and stuff regions are compared to the equivalent region in Japan, you could walk across that. It might take like a month and a half, but you could walk across that on foot, 100%. Ash is dead, died like 20 times. Anyway, he gets slapped like bitch ass he is. And then we get the DLC promotional material.
Yeah.
Because this episode was the same. This was why we had all these filler episodes. So this episode could come out on the day that the DLC dropped. And I didn't play a new game. I didn't know anything about the DLC. So I was like, what the fudge? Why is this turtle transforming? And why does he have the power of all types? Why does he have the all type typing?
I have not been this far in the DLC yet, so I don't fully know, but this was shown in the promotional material for the Indigo Disc.
It goes so close to biting the dust, yeah. There was like a laser beam that like almost blew her face off. The only reason she didn't die was because the turtle turned into this and saved her.
Yep.
So it's a cool episode, you know. We get Amethio fighting, and then we have the turtle thingy, and they're like, "Whoa, it's all connected." You know, maybe it's related to the terrestrializing thing. It's all a big mystery. We got to keep going. And I'm like, hell yeah, I like a good mystery.
Yeah.
Have anything else to say about episode 33? Or and the Lapras arc in general while you were fixing a power bank or whatever?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the Lapras one was interesting because it's just like, you know, you wouldn't expect one of the labeled as hero Pokemon to be literally a pirate.
Yeah, I was gonna say I started singing a pirate song during when they were like having a full on like their crew versus their crew. They invaded the ship. Ba ba bum bum ba ba bum bum ba ba bum 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 bum. From the Kingdom Hearts level.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts known for inventing Pirates of the Caribbean. But yeah.
It's cool. Anyway, 34 is kind of a boring episode. We have a cute moment.
Well, let's go back to the point. We forgot like the second half of this episode.
What second half of the episode?
Deanna's like, I'm leaving.
Oh, I thought that was episode 34. I might be wrong.
No.
Okay, yeah. Deanna was like, hey, I'm leaving. Because Deanna's like, hey, I want to continue being adventurer. I'm a lone wolf, and the writers don't know what the fuck to do with me, so
You're right. That's what it felt like for the most part.
I'm gonna head out.
I gotta go.
They have a big goodbye party for her in the next episode.
Also, Roy gets like really wants to fight Rayquaza in
Oh,
this part 2.
damn! Is this all one episode?
Yes.
You see, this is what I'm talking about, where like all this shit happens, and then you have like nothing. I'm good. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, they also have a fight with Diana, where they do the thing that they've done with Cap like several times, where it's like, okay, I'm way over leveled, but if you can get one hit on me, then you win. And they effing did it. Liko and Roy teamed up and used actual strategy and teamwork and actually got a hit in on Arcanine or Windy.
Yeah. Hey,
What?
look, the characters are growing.
Why is Arcanine called Windy? He doesn't have any. I guess he runs like the wind. I don't know, man.
Maybe.
But yeah, the characters are growing. It's still a little frustrating that we're at episode like 33 and the characters are still almost getting competent with fighting. But, you know, if we're going to be here for like, you know, 150, 60 episodes, then, you know, we gotta take baby steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cool run over the Rayquaza. I like how they're making Amethio into a real character. Because he has, like, a whole, like, character arc. Like, in the next episode, while they're planning Grandma's goodbye party, Amethio is having, like, this whole training arc with the butler guy. Like, they're having, like...
literally pulled a Virgil and says, I need more power.
He says, he wants to do a big fight, and the Dusknoir, like, terastallized. And then, he loses the fight.
That was a really cool fight.
It's actually, like, a really well animated, too, compared to, I mean, everything else is the characters standing around, you know, looking at flashbacks. But after the fight, he's like, I need more power if I'm going to find Lucius and defeat that Rayquaza. And he's like, hey, take this ball, it'll let you terastallize, but it won't let you do it for free because you gotta learn and you gotta have a whole training arc to learn how to use it. So, like, I like how...
Gotta earn it.
Yeah, so I like how, like, they're making him into, like, a real character. So, like, the Explorers are just really cool, because on top of the mystery of the Explorers, like, on top of, like, what connection do they have with Lucius, like, why does this organization exist? How are they funded?
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get the answer to that last question, but in addition to all of those, like, cool inquiries, we also have, like, Amethio, like, having his own, like, character arc of, you know, being, coming up short and, you know, wanting more power and wanting to take down, Rayquaza. Like, he takes an L, he goes for a training arc, like, he's a cool, he's cool, dude.
He's neat.
Yeah, and then they have a battle with Grandma, and then she leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, 34 was good. 34 was just, like... This scene was really cool, but everything surrounding the scene was just like... Hey, look, there's a picture of us! Do you remember all the good times that we had together, Grandma?
You forgot the Iono mention.
Oh, yeah.
Just shows up.
Dot and Iono have a fun conversation, and Iono... Okay, first of all, Iono without her, the reason that Iono couldn't do the sponsorship stream was because she didn't want to take off her balls on her hair, and
her Magnemite hairpins.
And then they show what she would look like without it, and it looks 100% cursed. And then she has a funny moment where she's teasing Dot, where she's like, "Oh, you making a real friend? Oh, like, is that are those your friends? Do you actually have friends? Ooh, I love it. My little Dot is growing up. I'm so proud of you." Sorry, go on.
Girl said, "Are those your IRLs?" It was pretty funny.
Are those your IRL besties? Oh, I'm so proud of you, Dot. And then Dot gets all embarrassed and is like, "Hey, I'm gonna go. Bye."
I'll still say it. Iono's still one of the funniest characters they've made in a while.
As if, again, I said it last stream, I'll say it this stream, and I'll say it next Pokemon discussion stream. If I ever play Scarlet and Violet, it will be because of her.
That's a fair reason.
Mythio also talks to the Wizard of Oz pillar again.
Also, Spino and the Gate are planning. That's true. They intend to kind of just do their own thing, too. This seems like a very poor organization if everyone is allowed to just go rogue whenever they want.
Nobody's listening to the evil pillar.
Yeah, the imposing pillar man.
Imposing pillar man actually seems pretty fine with it. Ash. We're gonna just say it's Ash. It has to be Ash.
Hopes up, big guy.
Don't get your hopes up. You can see a better screenshot of it's all the types. Don't ask me how this makes sense.
I believe Diana was useful. She provided a lot of. Well, no, like for like giving advice and stuff. Like, yeah, no, she did a good job and everything. My main issue is just like she was built up so much. She didn't feel like she did as much as she could have. That's probably nitpicking, but.
You want to see my explanation of
the part was very good too. Yeah.
Your cat not
like,
being able to shoot leaves. Sorry, go on.
Anytime Liko and Diana did interact, it was very nice.
Yeah.
And, like, it was like dang, these guys are good.
I liked having
good
grandma.
family.
I liked having grandma around, but I can see why they would want to get rid of her because like she is a better character when she's off doing her own thing and being mysterious and gathering intel.
Yeah, I'm not saying she's a bad character. If anything, it's just the writers did her kind of dirty.
Yeah,
She got Square Enix.
Of course, no earth vegetation such as leaves can survive the sun's heat. As such, your cat on the sun cannot shoot leaves. That's why the cat cannot shoot leaves. Gotcha.
Now you're getting it.
Okay, so we're finally ending. I have a stream in like 40 minutes. I still gotta fold laundry and possibly go to the bathroom.
Okay. This arc was pretty good. These arcs were good. I like them.
Yeah, I really like the arcs. The Freed backstory is peak fiction.
It's true.
Liko getting another Pokemon. Freed's death. Freed just casually returning from the dead. The battle at the tower. There was a chunk of like 4 or 5 episodes that weren't like bad. I'm not gonna say they were bad, but they were definitely of lower quality than lower quality than of different quality than the other plot progression episodes.
I mean, you could call them filler. That's what they are. It's just they're not. I wouldn't say they're terrible. I will agree that the fact that there was like 5 in a row was a little egregious, but you know.
Again, then that might have not been their fault.
Like
That might have just been like the Pokemon Company being like, delay this episode until we drop the DLC.
Yeah.
But yeah, so things I'm looking forward to is Liko and Roy growing more as trainers. The fact that they can't participate in any real fights is starting to get kind of annoying. So I'd like them to like, you know, Liko and Roy have multiple Pokemon that they've never used. Like they like Meebidum doesn't know a single goddamn move, and whatever bird that Roy has is not shown up in like 20 episodes.
Yeah, Watchel is actually fake.
I'm also want to find out more about the explorers and the connection to Lucius, and hear more about Amethio's arc. I just want to know more about Lucius in general. I 100% think he is alive.
Oh, for sure.
And I want to see more Dot. I mean, I don't want to see too much of Dot because I like Dot because she doesn't show up too often. But I want to see more of Dot. And they released like screenshots of the next like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 episodes. And in that screenshot, there's a screenshot of Dot with another Pokemon, so Dot might get a second Pokemon. I would like that if like Dot got some more Pokemon, because like in that episode in episode 34 where Dot was talking to YouTuber girl Iono. And I was like, wow, how does it feel to be a real trainer now? And Dot's like, well, I haven't really done anything as a trainer, so it doesn't really feel like I've been a trainer. So I want to see more Dot do more things, get some more Pokemon, get some more episodes, learn some moves. Any ending thoughts that you have about this? That's pretty much all of my notes.
Yeah, you pretty much said most of what I've said. Yeah, like I do agree they are like growing a little bit slow, but you know, it's just kind of how it has to be.
Again, we are gonna have like 180 episodes of this.
Also, it's kind of honestly it's not in a bad way, but they've kind of shot themselves in the foot given how much stuff they kind of like have to do continuously, because like they have this whole plot about like doing things that don't really involve battling, because you're just like finding these things and then doing something.
Yeah, the previous
and then like the traversal, and then all that. So like it's gonna be a little slow.
Pokemon Journeys was 136 episodes. We at least have 100 more episodes. And hopefully it's not all just trying to find Lucius. Hopefully they, quickly find the next 2 Pokemon and end that kind of arc and move on to the next one relatively soon. Yeah. Like maybe Lucius joins the party and Lucius is actually looking after something else, and maybe it's related to what the Explorers are doing, and maybe some other like big twist happens. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Hope to see Diana once in a while investigating the Explorers. Yeah, that
would be cool. Having Diana intermission episodes, that'd be very cool.
Yeah, Diana has some sort of relationship with the Explorers just by they contacted her before, and they're also looking for the same thing Diana is, being Lucius. So yeah, I like it very a lot so far. Definitely, yeah, I've watched 31 episodes of Journeys, and I definitely think more highly of this series than Journeys. Sun and Moon is still 10 out of 10 anime. But Sun and Moon and Horizons are very different. What are you saying?
Oh, just reading what Michael said. You're ranting. Yeah, well, that's just what we do.
Ranting next stream is a half an hour. I might be a little late to the next stream. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway.
We'll live.
You'll live. Yeah, I'm just looking forward. I'm really enjoying the series. So we will continue to cover more Pokemon every like 12 to 15 episodes. Because yeah, this was a decent amount. Like we had to speed up a little bit, so maybe less than how many episodes we covered now. Yeah. But around 2 to 3 hours, I think, is a good amount of time, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sun Moon bored me. I'm sorry you have bad taste. Sun and Moon.
Episodic ain't my thing. That's fair.
Oh, the game. Oh no, episodic ain't my thing. Oh yeah. That's fine. I just loved. Usually episodic is usually not my thing, but like I just loved all the characters so much. Anyway, I can rant about Sun and Moon for the next 3 hours. I got streaming in like less than an hour.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll continue to cover more Pokemon. As far as and so far only 1 is out, so obviously we're not be discussing that.
Yeah, we'll probably wait till at least
until 12 or 15 episodes are out. Yeah.
How long that'll take, we'll see.
It should be 3 to 4 months, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But for the moment, for the next anime discussion, there's currently no planned anime discussion at the moment. Things are a little up in the air right now, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I will give you updates about that soon. But right now there's no planned anime discussion other than, so use this time to, watch the 34 episodes of Pokemon if you haven't, and stay up to date on Pokemon. And also, we'll also definitely continue Bleach with Azurad. So if you haven't seen Bleach, we covered 109 episodes so far. So if you have 109 episodes that a Bleach you want to watch of one of the best shows, yeah, we have a whole. Go check my channel for a playlist about that. Because you need a filler guide. Because I think. I'm just double checking the numbers. Because if you go to my channel and then you go to playlists and then you can find Bleach discussions, and we've covered up to episode 167, but we've skipped a lot of the filler. But if you go into that playlist and see the number of discussions of those streams, then you basically use that as a filler guide. And if you remove all the filler, it's 109 episodes. So yeah, go get caught up on that. I actually might watch a little bit of the dub. Just to have some thoughts about it.
For Bleach or Pokemon?
Pokemon. I know, I'm going back and forth.
I might also do some of that as well.
Stay up to date. If you are one.
Sounds like. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it does sound like a good dub.
Yeah, from what
outside of the music.
Yeah, from what Clawis has said, it seems like the dub actually has a really good voice cast.
Clawis? Is that what the pronunciation we're going with?
That's how I'm assuming. They haven't corrected me. Clawis. But Because yeah, I never thought Matt Mercer would be in a Pokemon show.
Yeah. There's a lot of
That's pretty
random. There's a lot of
Maybe it's
random
just bad
voice
music, yeah.
actors, like Jason Griffith. Jason
Mhm.
Griffith was Scraggy and the green hair guy in Gen 5.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fun.
And if you go look up some clips, you will see Sonic going, Scraggy, Scraggy!
That's pretty funny. Yeah, there's that uncut thing, so maybe I'll like watch
Yeah.
those and just work with that.
But yeah, I might watch it. We won't delay things. I still want to keep up to date on the most recent Pokemon, because this has been fun. I don't want to be like, you know, what is the dub behind? Like 20 episodes behind.
Yeah.
But I might
Yeah,
check
we're
it
not
out.
just gonna immediately swap out to just like dub timing. We'll probably still switch to keep it on subbed.
Stop Heart will scream in chat. I'm appreciating that you're helping me. However you want to pronounce it, I'm glad I caught this live. I just, last one commented afterwards. Oh, that's where I remember you from. Okay. Hi, I'm glad you're here. Anyway, yeah, so, no current anime discussions planned, but, so just get caught up on Bleach and stay caught up on Pokemon, if you have not. And I'm ending the stream. Is there anything you want to say, Dom?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
You said all the stuff. Have a day, everybody.
If you're watching this live, I have another stream in like 30 minutes. It'll probably be late because I still got to do laundry. And yeah, that's it. See you in the next stream, either in like 30-40 minutes, or the next Pokemon stream, or the next whatever stream you watch. I hope you all have a good day.
Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye. Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Yeah.
Do that.